You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
The following broadcast is brought to you by Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast is not affiliated, nor do our opinions reflect those of WWE, NXT, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, or any other professional wrestling promotion.
Smart Mark faction loading. Brody Rob, check.
You will respect my authority.
Adam Bomb, check.
It's like that friend who's the asshole, but he's our asshole.
Steve Awesome, check.
I get older, they stay the same age.
Your girl Kiara, check.
You don't have to open the doors for me, because I can open my own door, because I am a strong woman.
Brian, check.
I didn't want to do and still don't do a lot of independent shows because they show the guys at the National Guard Army or whatever falling asleep signing autographs for 15 people because they need the money. It's fucking embarrassing.
Bada boom! Realest guys in the room! How you doing?
All systems are a go. Marked Out Podcast, you were cleared for liftoff.
Welcome to episode 107. We are recapping the Elimination Chamber, and we got the full complement of faction tonight. Kiara and Bob will be here shortly. Across from me is Stone Age Steve Awesome.
Hi.
All right, gold as always. Brian to my left. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I am doing just fucking great.
Yeah, you moving around pretty spry tonight. I didn't like that. Medine at the end of the table in the dark.
They put me in the corner.
Hide behind the chips. Where you belong. Rob, fresh off his surgery.
I'm here. I don't know how well I'll be, but I'm here.
All right, who's on the board while you can talk?
We got Berto is there, Christopher Stikelether, Hitman, Noah is on the board, Daniel Price, Upload Test, looks like CT Perfect 11, and some other people, Perfect 11. I'm not familiar with them, so welcome to the board.
Better than the Perfect 10.
One better.
One better.
One better.
Goes to 11.
JVL Shadow is on there as well, and so we got a full board starting out, guys.
All right, before we get into too much stuff, we're going to react. We didn't really mark out because it was predictable, but wasn't a bad pay-per-view overall. We're going to give our grades and everything, but first, let's do some housekeeping.
We're going to do what?
Housekeeping?
Oh, housekeeping?
How's-keeping?
I wasn't quite ready for you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So we're just stalling?
Housekeeping.
No, thank you. Sleeping.
Housekeeping.
You come back in an hour.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes. Follow us on Twitter and chat with us throughout the week at SmartMarkShow. Send your thoughts and opinions via our email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us to get a better look inside our faction on Instagram at Marked Out Wrestling. Call us during a live broadcast or leave a message for a future show on our U Record Studios fan line, 704-444-0084. Like us on Facebook to argue politics and religion at facebook.com/markedout1. That's marked out the number 1. Finally, see what is coming up throughout the week on our website, www.markedoutwrestling.com. Get connected.
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this? Oh, it's you. Can you dig it, sucker,
So we got our match grades coming up. We're going to do a quick round table. Basically, we're going to pretend that we're all professionals tonight and respect each other's time and kind of quickly go through the card. Quick bullet points on defending your grade, and then go on from there. Perfect timing on Bob. Hey, Bob, welcome to the show.
Look, you dirty motherfuckers, the star of the show is
What's
here.
happening, Bob?
Yes, we're getting ready to do match grades, so your timing is impeccable.
Yeah.
It always is.
All right.
My God.
We're going to kick it off with Becky and Mickey, and I'm going to go to you, Brian, to start us off. What was your grade for the match? Tell us why.
Well, the outcome, I would say, the entire thing, I would say a C.
A C?
A C.
All right. Any reason?
Nah. I mean, it was an okay match, but
all right. Medine, what's your grade for it?
That's I for incomplete. Did not see it.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Oh, that's right. He was late.
Yeah, I'm just going by the results.
All right. What do you got, Stevie?
I actually watched it, and you're not far off, Brian. I gave it a C+.
Okay.
Because it was kind of predictable. We knew Becky was going to win. I thought Becky was going to win, but there were some good spots enough in the match to give that grade.
Yeah, I agree with you, Stevie. There, I'd probably put it right in the same boat. Bob, what did you get on it?
I gave it a C-. It was an okay match, and then out of nowhere there was a finish, and it just so any story pacing that there was just evaporated by the sudden need to end the match.
Yeah, very lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Rob.
I gave it a B-. You know, right outside of a C, but B-. On the board. Excuse me, guys, if I'm doing hiccups. I got multiple holes in my throat right now from my surgery. But Hitman,
Giggity, can you do those holes?
And
He's a trooper.
Adam, I demand you shit on all things women on this show. Noah says it was a B. Christopher says B. Daniel Price says C+. Neither Lynch nor James were crisp. CT says C+, and we've got C- from Hitman and A+ for Becky's bra seeing through her shirt. We talked about that when Noah. Noah's going to go crazy over that shit.
Yeah.
Guys, just so that you know, after we do our match grades and pay-per-view grades, we're going to go into the State of the Universe, and we'll talk about each division individually. So we'll cover the overall women there. We're just going to go match by match here. And our next one, Bob, you're going to kick us off. It's your favorite Apollo and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler.
I gave it a D, and it was a firm D. Can anybody tell me who that match benefited at all?
No.
There was. I mean, it didn't. None of those three guys came out looking good. Ziggler was clearly the general of the match, and he didn't look good because it took two guys to beat him, but he had one. It was a bad match, poorly executed, and a fucking awful match, but not unwatchable. We still have one of those yet to be talked about.
Yeah, I put it as a C-. I thought Kalisto's involvement was forced and no point to it because he really wasn't around. I mean, even after the chair shots to Apollo, he really didn't do much. Stevie, what was your grade for it?
I originally had a B-, but I'm kind of agreeing with you. I'm going to go with a C, though, only because Apollo finally gets a win.
Really that high? A C?
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
that's generous.
I mean, Bob hit the nail on the head. Nobody benefited from this one. Rob, what did you have in the board?
Oh, I hit a solid F, and
F.
and I'll tell you why real quickly. First, Kalisto was just a waste. It was a waste of time. We didn't need him there. It helped nobody. Dolph Ziggler looked just lazy and not even into the whole match. And as much of a fan as Apollo Crews as I am, there was no aggressiveness. There was no physicality. He was pulling his punches. He looked, even if he didn't smile the whole match, he looked weak. He looked like he looked like a lower card indie wrestler.
Yeah,
then the audience. By the way, let's not take away the fact that the audience cheered that the good guy was getting his leg broken.
Right. Yeah. And here's the other factor. Dolph's last character that was any good promo wise was when he was cutting a character about how I'm tired of wrestling these guys and putting everybody else over. It's my time.
Yeah.
And yet here he is. So, I mean, it showed on his face. He's not happy about this situation.
As a guy who's always rooted for Apollo, I got to say that this was a huge step backwards for him.
For all of them.
So on the board, Noah says F-. Dana Price D-, C-, C- for perfect 11. And let's see. Thank you, Ziggler. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you, Ziggler, says John Estrada. And poor Apollo says no. I'm going to limit what I can read for you guys on the board, but that's basically the gist of it.
Cool, I kind of like the hiccup. You know,
I guess I didn't really miss anything then, huh?
No.
Okay.
On to the next one. I'm going to start this one off with the tag team turmoil. I gave it a B-. I want to give it much more for the outcome, but I'm going to get there when we talk about the tag division. But the Usos attacked Alpha, who still beat Ascension. What
did you give it?
I gave it a B-.
Wow.
I mean, it was what it was. I'm being generous with it. There was some good spots and there was some good works and actual wrestling in there. The results, the outcome, we'll get to in the tag talk is where I'll shit on it. Bob, you're laughing. Go for C-. Any reason?
C-. I mean, because so only the Usos came out looking good out of the entire match. You knew there was no chance the title was ever going to change hands. They actually made Okay, I'll say Aiden English, once again, stand out on his team. But the Ascension had the opportunity to look really strong.
Yeah.
And then it was just booked in a way that made them look
so
worse
weak.
than weak.
Weak.
No, didn't make them look weak. Made them look stupid.
Yep.
And that's more detrimental to a character than weakness.
Well, I mean, Brian loves them because they're stupid. Brian, what's your grade?
I gave it a C, and to build off of that, I mean, the reason why, I just didn't think that, when it was the final two with the Ascension and American Alpha, if the Ascension hadn't won right off the bat after, who was it, the Usos that kind of attacked them on the outside and threw them back in, there was no way that Ascension was going to win the titles like that.
As soon as it became a match.
If it was going to happen, it would happen right off the bat. But then, then exactly, it became a match, and it was too much, and I just didn't like the ending either.
I kept hoping that another team was going to come out.
No surprises. None.
Yeah, nothing.
No.
Medine.
I gave it a C-. For 60 seconds, they made me think that the Ascension could have won the title.
And we were all marking out for it.
Yeah, and it would have been
That would have been
great
the only
'cause
marked out moment.
It would have been a big surprise, and it could have been a chance for them to do something different, and they blew it there. So had they done that, actually, I would have gave it a better grade, but it's over to C-.
Okay. And Rob, you and the board, Tag Team Turmoil. Wait, Stevie, did you go?
Not yet.
Oh, go ahead, Stevie.
But I'm echoing now that I'm a C, only because they still, Slater and Rhino and Breezango and Vaudevillains are continually getting squashed.
Yeah, I think I gave it a B- because Alpha looked strong at least. At least your champion looked strong.
Right. They look too strong, though.
I'm going to echo Daniel
Super
Price,
team.
and I'll use his. He said Tag Team Turmoil ending was weak. Absolute F. The Usos beat the hell out of Alpha, and the Ascension came out as total jokes. For me, the Tag Team Turmoil was an absolute F. It was predictable. There was no surprises, and the Ascension came in and got the most mega squash I have seen in a very long time.
The whole division did.
Yeah. So Berto says B-. CT says C. It would have been a B if Ascension won. Hitman says C. Alpha buried Ascension completely, and also sort of cock teased us with something new coming in. So basically, they're all staying around C- except and B's, except for Dana Price who went F. So.
All right. Next up, Stevie. Make sure I don't skip you. You're going to kick this one off. Nikki and Natty.
Oh, that's definitely an F right there, that whole scenario. And then a double count out.
Really?
No resolution. Yeah, it just wasn't worth having on pay-per-view.
Wow. All right, Bob. Wow. You like to give Fs out. What do you think about this one?
No. I don't like to give Fs out. In fact, I think I gave out 2 all of last year. This match, and here's if you want the definition of what an F match is, this is it. You have a technically sound wrestler with no fucking charisma or timing, and then you have a no-sell machine that really is overrated in any of her talents, and you put the two together and you give them more than 5 minutes, that match, an F for me, is thoroughly unwatchable. That match it is everything that is wrong with pro wrestling. It's why, the vitriol, and let's not get up on a tangent. I'm using this as an example. The vitriol and hatred y'all have for Roman Reigns, I reserve that for Nikki Belt.
Wow.
Wow, he sounds like Adam.
All right. That's nice shots of her cleat.
Medine, save us. Why you got a chip in your mouth?
I thought it got a C+, actually. It was a little bit above average as far as they had a superplex that I didn't think Nikki was going to take. There was a couple other spots. Then the camera did some good work. If you're a guy,
lack of respect for you. Okay,
yeah.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, well,
if you're a guy, if you're a guy, the camera did some good work.
The camel toe was an A+,
and that saved the match.
Right. Or if you're a girl that likes Birkenstock.
Yeah,
but exactly.
Wow.
Or thank you, Rob.
Brian, what do you
quality
got?
here?
I had it at a B, but then just the ending. It really, I thought it was just a bullshit. I mean, they should have went one way or another. Don't have just a no contest or a double DQ, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I had it as a B because Wait, just listen. I had it as a B because I thought it was a good match up until the ending to end this story arc, and then I changed my answer to a D because of the double count out. There is no resolution to this storyline. We're getting it drug out, and we're going to have to see it again. They even had the backstage brawl where Maurice, she got, powdered or whatever, went all over
cocaine or something.
Yeah, something. I don't know what the hell was going on. But the results, the ending, what have you, that's where it ended. That's where everything ended for me, was was at the end. It went right straight to a D because it wasn't too bad, especially for those girls. I may be grading on a curve by giving it a B, but the ending turned it into a D. Rob,
I'm kind of with you. I had it at a B, and then the ending moved me to a C. So I moved to a C.
What is wrong with the entire room?
Lots of emotion.
I voted like you did.
What's wrong with you, Bob?
My turn. I thought the match. I thought it was a fairly decent wrestling match. Nothing too special. Yeah, there were fuck ups here and there to be expected, but it was what I expected. It was better than what I expected.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And
can I point something out? And feel free to go back and rewatch this match and realize how fucking dumb all of y'all are.
Remember,
the
Steve
match
agrees
went
with
on
me.
for almost 10
I gave
minutes.
it to F2.
Okay.
Tell us all wise
and
one.
then Nikki gets put in the sharpshooter, one of the devastating finishers of the business, and watch her completely fucking no-sell it.
Okay.
I mean,
it's just like if there was a prototype for everything that could be wrong in a match.
I have gotten to the point.
Fucking did it tonight, and y'all are juggling around.
No, but I have gotten to the point. Okay.
Hey,
All right, Bob.
Okay,
We
Bob,
heard you.
I don't expect Natalia to keep her in a sharpshooter for 60 to 90 seconds like Brett or somebody else would.
I think bottom line here is we grade all these on curves. I mean, if that was a match between Orton and Luke, it would have been a horribly F. It would have been horrible.
Okay, but you call a lump of shit a lump of shit. There's no curve on a lump of shit.
There's curves on Nikki Bella, and if she's a lump of shit in the wrestling ring.
Anyway,
Bob,
fine. You have used up your time, and you haven't said anything worthwhile on the second go round with it.
On the board, looking at it, Natty Nikki for Noah was a fucking terrible Z.
No, what?
Z.
Snooze fest.
Z. Respect.
Brian Yorkie says F, the double countout was a double middle finger from Vince right to the face of the fans.
Yep.
Respect.
Perfect. You know what, Bob? We don't need it. Perfect 11, D. We can have a new drinking game. Take a shot every time Natalia tells someone to shut up. Berto, D minus. Then they're going off and off. Lots of Fs.
Yeah,
lots of Fs.
The reason my grade went down so much is just simply because now this is not over, and I'm so tired of it. I'm just tired of it. It's been going on for what feels like
this should
6
have been
months.
over.
Yeah.
No.
So
The
let's
worst
move
fucking
on.
part of it is now I have to respect the board.
No. Yeah. So here's the next one.
Wow.
Randy Orton versus Harper. What do you think about this one, Brian? Kick us off.
What did I have down for that? I actually really like that. I had a B+, and I mean, even if for Luke losing, I mean, I thought he actually came out with the most out of it. I mean, even more than Randy.
All right, Stevie.
Oh, I gave a solid A. I thought they both looked great in ring, and Randy just solidifying his WrestleMania main event coming up. I thought it was wonderful.
All right, Bob, stick to the rules.
Stick to the rules. A minus. Tonight was Harper's night to fucking shine, and that dude glowed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he even did like really subtle, brilliant moments, like that middle rope whip. But he just stood there and let it linger and looked around the audience. Then he did it. Like you have the signs of a great storyteller in the making.
Yeah,
cool.
The stare
All
is
right,
great.
Medine.
I gave it a B+. I thought it was really good for Harper, and Randy looked good as well. He took some bumps and got up quick. He executed his moves well, sold some things, got the taunt. Looking good going into WrestleMania.
What do you got on the board before you and I go, Rob?
Just the board is completely flabbergasted right now. They're wondering what the fuck is wrong with you tonight, and why everybody's agreeing with Bob. I mean,
I don't fucking get it.
John is trying. I'm talking
Bob,
right now.
sorry.
I'm speaking.
We got your opinion.
It's a little bit.
Shut the hell
It's a
up.
little bit tough for me to keep my word.
Throat.
Hey, look here, motherfuckers. I
You're on a
cannot.
Smackdown show.
Would you shut up?
I'm gonna mute you. I swear to fucking God. It is very hard for me to get my words out, and I have to fucking sit here and try to do it when over you motherfuckers. You're gonna calm down,
especially when he's just repeating himself.
So anyway,
Exactly.
All right.
Go.
Anyway,
Fucking go.
All right. So way to take away our board operator. I gave Randy and Harper. I gave them an A-. I really thought that, and I've said this 100 times on this show. If you put a great caliber match out there, it does not matter who wins. And Luke Harper, this was about a 4 out of 5, maybe even a 4.5 out of 5 match. It just was. There were times, even though we all know Orton was going to win, there were times that we thought for a second Harper might have it. A lot of just great sells and moves and exchanges, and I gave it an A-. For me, it was pretty much the match of the night.
I gave it an A. Thought it was a solid fucking wrestling match. The board says A minus, B plus. They're all kind of agreeing with that. So go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Alexa and Naomi. Now, a lot of us are going to differ on this one, I think, too, because just, whatever it is. But we'll start with Medine. What do you got? C? All right. He can't talk either now. So
C's for chips.
All right.
I'm glad. I wonder how many new listeners we have right now. They're like, oh, wow. The dickhead from Memphis wanted the guy with the fucking wounding badge on his throat fucking talk. And I wonder why the guy in the back won't say words because he's shoving him face full of chips. I think I'm going to go on to watch that JD from New York guy.
Why would you want to watch that guy? We're so much more fun than that.
You're sitting there eating chips, okay?
Is he sitting there eating chips?
Dude,
with his...
I'm even being respectful of Rob tonight, and you guys are all
I'm sorry,
fucking
there's
it
a
up.
Red Bull on the table?
No, I said at the beginning of the show,
Yeah,
we're
but if
going to
Rob's
be
gonna
fucking
act like he's not
professional.
injured, then I gotta go hard on him.
We're going to act professional. We're going to keep our thoughts quick and succinct, and we're going to move on, and everybody else is going to shut the fuck up and let each other talk. That's what we're supposed to fucking do.
And
so that's what we're going to do.
That's what
If you want to argue, we got plenty of show to fucking argue in.
Yeah. When we get to the state of the universe, not the fucking pay-per-views or grades, we can get to whatever arguments we want and open conversation there. Stick to the fucking script. Let's go, Steve. Alexa Naomi.
I gave that a match an A because Naomi getting the title is something different, and it wasn't bad.
Medine, you hold up a letter sign and then you want to talk. Like, that's how fucking ridiculous it is. Brian, what's your grade?
C minus. I'm not a fan of Naomi. I'm sorry.
I whatever it is. I'm gonna go next. I gave this one just a fucking shit fest. This was my D.
You didn't like it, huh?
No, because I'm sorry. You guys said that you thought some of that was like intentional. No, there's no intentional botches. There just aren't. And she got the title, and you guys say that she can talk. No, she can't. Her fucking promo at the end of the night, she can't even talk. The boyhood, girlhood dream, whatever the fuck, her winning the title. We had a great champion in Alexa Bliss, somebody who can wrestle, and she did her damnedest to carry this bitch, and she couldn't carry her tonight. I'm sorry, Naomi is not a great wrestler, and to have her at the top of the fucking division, I don't care if she deserved it 3 years ago before she got hurt. She's never deserved it to me. Go, Rob.
I disagree. I gave the match a B, and again, grading on the curve that I expected less and I got more. I thought there were some good spots. I thought there were some fucking bad spots. I think it's some good parity for the women's division to give Naomi the belt right now. They're going, the Mania, even if she loses it right away. I don't need your head shaking. I'm just saying. I think right now it's a good moment for her to have the belt. It adds parity, and it's good to put Alexa back on the chase for the belt and see how it mixes up in the division. So for me, I'm completely okay with it. And by the way, no, 3 years ago, she absolutely was in the running. She was the top of the fucking division. She was holding her own on promos and in the match, and she got fucked over by that Oksana chick by fucking her goddamn eye socket up. So yes, does she deserve it? I think she does deserve a run. I think she deserves a title, even if it's a one-time title. It's a brief run. I say give the girl give her some fucking love, give her some dues. If you don't like it, suck it the fuck up after Mania. She won't have it anymore.
Well, I have to watch it at Mania.
Well,
Bob, what do you got? Naomi and Alexa.
Okay, Rob is way too angry tonight.
No, you know what? You know why I'm angry? I'm angry at you, fucking.
A B minus is what I gave it. And
okay, that's fine.
I'll actually say Naomi actually came. If Naomi has an A game, she brought it tonight and actually didn't look as miserable as usual. It was not a bad women's match night, and maybe it was because the first two that we had were not good. That this one maybe looked better, but I actually had to agree with Rob on this. Naomi, if Naomi can compete at this caliber for going forward, I have no problem with her being the champion.
Can I ask a question?
No.
What would you say?
Yeah.
Would this be better than? Because I didn't see it. Was this better or worse than the Mickey and Becky?
You saw that match. It was
I
right
didn't see
before
the-
the
no,
chamber.
I didn't see
Mickey, the outcome was worse, but the match was better. Mickey and Becky was.
Yeah, that's
definitely
what
a
It
better
was
match.
just it was the out of nowhere finish for Nikki and Becky that killed it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go on to the board. What
Well,
do they have?
Oh, they're just all they hating on it. F worst match of the night for Hitman. Alexa Bliss is hot, can wrestle, great promo. A nice person says no. Oh, a nice person.
That was actually very, very kind.
It was very
from
kind
from the board. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not. They're. I think they're all just kind of fascinated by the shit coming out of our mouths tonight more than anything.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think we're taking them for loops here.
Elimination Chamber.
We forgot about Mojo and Hawkins.
Oh,
earlier, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we forget about that?
Well,
Zack Ryder
I
Invitational.
just wanted to say F. That's all I wanted to say.
Sure. I'll concur because I didn't even want to bother watching it.
I'll concur too.
Elimination Chamber. AJ and Cena start. Then we got Dean, Bray, Baron, Miz come in. And then they go out. Baron by Dean, Dean by Miz, Miz by Cena, Cena by Bray, AJ by Bray. Bray wins. Let's go match grade Stevie.
I gave that, well, it's predictable, so I'm just going to give it a C because I already kind of knew Bray was going to win.
Yeah,
And
no
there's
more-
a lot of spots where they were
nobody's
just
surprised.
lying around the ring and not doing anything. It was just
Only one who got it wrong was
bullshit.
Bob.
Yeah, no marked out moments. And Bob said he thought it was going to be Bray, but
Yeah.
he just went against the grain. Medine, you going to...
I'm gonna go with a B because I saw Wyatt pin Cena and Styles tonight. That's a big push for him. So
Yep.
B.
Legitimizes it.
And then at the end of the night, the stare down.
Yep, right.
I gave it an A. You guys are talking about predictability, but I mean, look at the Royal Rumble. We had Ty Dillinger come in at 10, and we all knew that was coming. So everyone kind of saying that, oh, Bray's going to win, and it happening. I mean, I don't know about you. I definitely marked out.
I marked out. No,
That's great, yeah.
I was excited and happy for the win. I didn't mark out. I wasn't like, oh my God, that happened. You know, it was like, oh, okay, that happened.
The mystery wasn't there.
Yeah, if it was out of left field, I think
To
I
me,
would
it
have
was-
marked out.
I thought it was Mr. Colonel Mustard in the study with the candlestick, and it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the board, and it was that. Rob, Bob, what do you have? What's your grade?
I gave it a B plus. I thought there were some really clever spots, although I hate the new chamber and I hate that they put mats where that grading used to be.
Well,
But
Safety first.
the match overall was really good. It's I think it's if this is the 20th, it's a top 10 chamber. It's not a bottom 10, which is always a gift. Yeah, I liked it, and plus it's Bray's first title run. This fucking guy's deserved it for a while now. So if you can't be happy with that, I got nothing for you.
All right, I'm going to go next. I gave it a B. Other than the mats, I absolutely love the new chamber. I think that they can do stuff with it later. They have that ledge. I don't necessarily want to see two guys like Cena and AJ trade punches on the ledge, but I think a lot can be done off of that.
It's
Maybe-
open on the top, Adam.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
open.
maybe even somebody
What
can
about
jump.
the mat?
Maybe even somebody can.
The mat was fine.
Is this my fucking turn? Shut the fuck up.
I
I'm
was just
so
asking a
sick
question,
of you guys
dick.
tonight.
You know how it feels now.
Mute Medine. He's pissing me off the most. Any event, so we've got a ledge, and then you can probably eventually jump off the ledge onto the ropes, maybe a double springboard. You've got tons of clearance, so you don't RVD it to jump off the top of a pod. You've got the metal grate up there. Yes, the mat is shit. I don't like that they added that. But that steel was probably the most unforgiving part. It was never about the chains. It was moves that were taken out of there. I just don't feel that they explored the new chamber in enough depth to make this such a great match that it would go into the A status. That's why I gave it a B, kind of middle of the road. Rob, you and the board.
I have a C plus. Good old 2.5 grade point average on this one. C plus, and I'll tell you many
Right
reasons.
in the middle.
One was with the mats. I'm okay with the mats because they were a compromise for the amount of room that you could actually jump off the second tier of the chain on the bar. So there was a compromise that if we're gonna let them jump from everywhere, we can't drop them on fucking steel crates all fucking night. You know.
Right.
I like the new chamber itself, the square little boxes and the way they come in to bring them out. I like that.
And having room between the turnbuckle and the pod.
Agreed. So I really like the chamber. What I didn't like about it is there's some heavy predictabilities within the match that I would rather not have seen. I didn't like the fact that I like the whole Corbin beating the shit out of Dean and then fucking Miz coming in, thank you, and doing the pin. I feel like I'm doing $1,000 pyramid right now, but I did not like the fact that Cena came out and did fucking just fuck you to
Take
fucking
a nap.
Yeah,
Squashed Miz.
well, that's another thing. They pulled the Royal Rumble
That's
here.
a great point.
And they had everybody who was not the main two fighting were sleeping on the sides.
Instead of 6 people fighting in pairs.
I don't care if you're just grinding Cena's face against the fucking chain for 20 minutes while somebody else does a lot of spots. Let's stop with the sleeping, WWE. I mean, the Royal Rumble, it was disgusting how blatant it was. And this time, it's like, I don't understand that there's a heroin epidemic in this country. I get it. But we don't have to portray it in the fucking wrestling ring, too.
Well, and these were big landmark moments. This is the 30th anniversary, the 20th chamber, and we're lying around.
Yeah.
Right. So I give it a solid C+. That's me.
All right.
On the board, just real quick, on the board, we got B+ for Noah. Says great spots, interesting moments, added to future storylines. Bray winning was cool. Maybe. I kind of agree. Dean Ambrose did nothing, said Juan. Nothing.
Nope.
And he got
except for Pin Baron.
He gave it a C-. Dean jumped off a lot of shit and got his ass kicked. Perfect 11 A. It was a great match. Alberto A. Good winner, good spot, and just
wow.
I don't know. Look, we had you had AJ Styles in a chamber finally after all the X Division type shit.
Yeah.
How many spots did he have that were really like he's gonna climb all over that motherfucker like a spider monkey, and he didn't.
Me and Medine were waiting for a 450 off the top of one of those pods.
We're waiting for something,
but it didn't happen.
But
nothing happened.
There was nothing. The chamber was lackluster and boring, and maybe the only reason why everybody's like, "Oh, this is great," is because maybe you haven't seen a chamber match in a while.
Yeah.
Because this was a shitty chamber match.
Go back, guys. Go back and look at 03, 04, 06, 08. Those are good chamber matches.
Oh yeah. There was a lot of good chamber matches. They did not explore the space right. What were you saying, Bob?
I'm just saying. I mean, everybody's so angry, but okay.
I'm not angry.
Not angry.
This is, dude. You're a little grumpy, but
stop projecting.
I've been in a hospital for 5 days. I'm allowed to be a little grumpy right now.
That's not our or the listener's fault.
No, I'm just what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh, mute
but
him.
No,
Bob is playing both sides
I do see what y'all are saying with they didn't really get to explore the space very much. And while my initial judgment is I don't like this fucking chamber, my dad did make one point while I got to watch the show with my dad tonight. Love you, Dad. But
we're gonna do that.
So my dad goes, well, there's going to be a chamber one day where somebody pulls those mats up and just starts beating somebody on the ground. And it's like moments like that. I'm like, oh, okay, there's potential for things to happen later on. You can't explore everything at once. Like I want to see somebody monkey climb up to the top and drop down.
We're not saying blow your whole
chamber.
wad, but they didn't do anything that hasn't been done in a prior chamber. That's all we're saying.
No, I mean, I did. There were good moments in it. Like I said, I think it's out of 20, it's definitely a top 10.
But that's not.
I just don't see.
I think it's 10 or 11.
Yeah.
How many rumbles? How many?
If there have been 20,
how many chambers there been?
20.
There's been 20.
If there's a baker's dozen, I'll say it's in that
bottom 5 to me.
Oh, I don't know about bottom 5, but
I'm
putting it at 12.
There's that one with Kali and all those guys.
Oh yeah,
that didn't really.
Yeah, that's a throwaway, obviously. But I'm looking back at my memory of chamber matches, and this doesn't compare. It doesn't.
Oh, dude, there were those chambers where we would get like 2 or 3 chambers in a pay-per-view, and both of them sucked. We got the one where we finally had Goldberg in a chamber, and then they brought a sledgehammer inside the thing, and it was like, why are we doing that?
That was one of the worst ones because Goldberg eliminated everybody, and then Flair threw Hunter a sledgehammer, and it was over. He went for the spear and took the hammer.
Yeah,
that's the infamous Aaron Mason chamber, man.
Well, that was also the one that showcased that Goldberg can't go.
I wasn't counting all the bullshit mid card.
Anyway,
matches in there.
You're right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the state of the universe.
Well, I'm going to do my overall because I did this official.
Okay. Sorry.
Ooh.
Overall.
I did this like a teacher would do it. And my overall is a D+ on the night. A nice 1.88 grade point average. D+ for the whole fucking show.
Yeah. I would say C-. I would probably put it in a B- in terms of wrestling. In terms of storyline, that's where it really got me lost in endings and the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, I'm a generous C-.
Hey, can we say hi to Joker's on the board?
Joker.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Your overall grade, Brian?
C+. I think that it kind of sounds like everyone's kind of, in the same boat too. It was an okay. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best thing. It wasn't the worst thing. It was just kind of in between.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah.
All right, Medine.
C. I'm just going with the C.
C.
I'd C for like Medine too because the title changes and little different change of pace.
But it felt like it was one of those like transition shows for Mania, like between Rumble and Mania.
Oh yeah.
The mid lower cards are garbage.
Yeah. Well, they have been.
The women had the best matches of the night. I'm sorry, except for Randy and Luke.
Yeah, Randy and
the
Luke
women overall carried the pay-per-view, and that's not necessarily. Shut up. That is not necessarily a great thing. I'm not saying it's a great thing.
I didn't know they gave you morphine too on the.
We're about to get to the divisions. Bob, your final grade.
I gave it a C, and the only reason is because those first 4 matches were drizzling shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
One worse than the other. I mean, but then once you got to Harper and Orton, everything became really good. So it's unfortunately based as a whole. Yeah, it's just an average pay-per-view.
Yeah, everybody on the board saying C+, C-, D-, B-. Again, I just got to go D+ for me. It wasn't a great pay-per-view.
You hate it.
Yeah.
I did hate it. I hated the pay-per-view. Yes, that's what a D plus
You were
means.
better when you were better when you were doped up.
I am doped up right now. I'm doped up right now.
Let's go.
No, you need good dope that makes you happy, Rob.
State of the universe.
This is our State of the Universe. We're going to go division by division and see if we got any little rivalry carryover as well. First up, the obvious one is obviously Bray is now going to fight Randy because Randy's the contender and Bray is the champion for the heavyweight title. Do we think that there is anything curvy about this? Like I've suggested possibly a triple threat with AJ getting in there.
I think it's just going to be just them two at WrestleMania.
Cena doesn't get a rematch?
I don't know if it's going to go past that, but...
So where's AJ going for Mania?
That's what I don't know.
That would be a
That's
big
the bigger
surprise.
question, but
Yeah.
we're not... Are we talking about Bray and Randy? We got to end their feud.
Well,
And
they
conclude it at WrestleMania with either with a title change or with a retention.
But they could do the gimmick with, almost like a 2-on-1 in this triple threat because they're on the same team. They did it with Jericho and Benoit when they were fighting against Austin. They did the same thing.
Why bring AJ in when you can use him for something else that would be better?
Because I don't know because
he hasn't had anything to do with this storyline for the past few months. And then all of a sudden you're throwing him in at the end.
Here's the thing: AJ has not gotten a 1-on-1 rematch. Now Cena is also owed a rematch. I feel like, yes, it's obvious Randy's going to fight Bray, but does that just mean between now and Mania, those rematches are Bray's going to defend?
Are you trying to? I feel like you're alluding to a fatal 4-way.
Something.
Oh, I think
No.
What, Luke Harper and
No, Randy, Bray,
AJ and Cena.
and John.
That's what I'm alluding
I think that the next 7 weeks are the Wyatt family beating the shit out of everyone to ensure that those two see each other.
That would be the
And
smart.
I
That would
think
be the
it's going to be a
smart.
very
thing.
weird, like,
Okay.
no, we want to fight each other, and you're not going to take that opportunity away
Let's
from
not forget that holding pretty close to form is the rumors we've seen of the card that was released, and it has on there. And Daniel reminding us that it was Styles and Shane rumored for Mania.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that was...
And they've been
that sounds retarded.
They've
Well,
been
he's going to
holding.
get pissed
No, I
about
remember that.
the elimination results. and
Remember the
I
Royal
can see
Rumble
it now.
poster?
Be
Yeah.
respectful of people talking. All right.
No, I'm just saying it's
I know.
it's been holding true to the everything else been holding true.
Right.
We know it's going to be Dean and Ziggler and Corbin. I mean, we know it's going to be Bray and.
Well, I like what
Randy.
was just said, though. I can see Cena going and getting his rematch and Randy coming out and helping Bray or screwing Cena and saying, just like you said, well, hey, it's us. We're fighting at Mania. Nobody's getting in the way of that. I really like that idea, Bob.
Hey, Kiera's here. Hey,
The
Kiera.
Queen.
So let's talk about the IC card since it's still in
Rob's
the same
being
match.
cranky.
I'm not cranky, and she doesn't have her headphones on.
Anyway.
He says it's so angry.
I'm not.
Anyway.
I'm not cranky. Let me just say, hold on. No, let us have.
I am like the angry
Can we
host
hit-
tonight
no,
trying
no.
to rein you people in.
You
You
know
know how
what?
cranky he's getting?
You know, we're trying to have a little bit of personality within the show. You can let us argue a little bit, Adam.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, I muted you because you're being an asshole. No. Yes.
Yeah, Adam, dick.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are
Tell him,
talking,
Rob.
everybody else is
No,
like,
I was mad. Bob put me in a bad mood to show because I'm sitting here struggling, trying to do my best to be part of the podcast. And when I am struggling to get my words out, Bob was being a dick and making me repeat myself 20 times in a second, which Bob physically hurts me. Okay,
and he got you to turn on me when I was
Here.
defending you because now he's flip flopped and you're against me trying to rein the show in.
I've
so
been
that
against
everybody stops.
against you since you fucked up the takeover show on Thursday.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Kiera,
Take
I
down.
am not making him
Take
hurt
down.
himself.
take down.
He got
Okay.
angry because I disagreed with him because
No,
he's dumb.
because he kept making me repeat.
Hey, put the camera on Kara. She's got a see-through top. Anyway,
I was just trying to.
let's talk about the number 2 is
Is it
number
really see-through?
IC division.
No.
All right, IC division is obviously set up. Dean and Baron is obviously set up at Mania. I mean,
yeah, that's an ink. That's done.
Yeah, that's done. Done.
no questions there. I don't think anybody can suggest another contender or anything, especially the way it ended tonight. We thought that their part of the chamber would set up their story, and it did.
Berto says, Kiera, have you ever tried a honey bun? That shit's decent.
Honey bun?
She's had a honey bun.
Yeah, they're pretty
I think
good.
I think you're picking on your bun.
Yeah, the problem is it goes right to her ass.
Well, I guess I'm the target today.
No, we just haven't taken shots at you yet. We've been going around the table.
Bob is the type of guy to comment on porn videos about the guy's dick being small. That's what Noah says.
What? Wait,
no.
Hitman, that you rushed to get out. I didn't understand.
Let me
say it again.
Bob's the type of guy to comment on porn videos about the guy's dick being too small. Hitman says,
who came up with that? Because that's actually a really good slam.
First, okay, let me have this real quick. Hitman says that takedown show might have been the best yet. Brian showed the fuck up, and Adam did his best, the best hosting job yet. First off, Adam wasn't the host. Brian was the motherfucking host.
Boom.
And Brian kicked ass at taking the fucking reins for that show.
Boom.
Adam came in here not knowing how to operate the board because he thinks he should only learn the stuff that he needs to know, not everybody else's job like all of us do. And he came in here and he fucked up so badly that he had the... Wait, no, I'm not done.
Let me know when you're done so I can have my retort.
You don't get a retort.
No, I do get a retort because you're doing revisionist history. When I started trying to help out in other things, when I was doing the board, you're like, you're not engaged enough. You're following the board. I offered to learn that one, and you're like, no, Brian will do it. Steve will do it. Kiera's going to do it. I said, okay, and I've never learned. And then I was forced. By the way, this is my 4th show of the week, FYI. I was forced to do the board the other night, and you're not telling everybody that there is a button on there that says Brian's closing.
Yes, from when Brian had a segment. It was the closing to it. Just like you have Adam closing. You have fucking old balls.
But I didn't know it was
going
to play Rammstein.
Yeah, you did because you were on that show.
No, but I didn't know that that's what the button was because I didn't sit in your seat.
I thought Smackdown was pretty good, actually.
Thank you, Bob.
I enjoyed
Brian.
I enjoyed the show, but
he did fuck out and no, wait. Except for he did fuck out and play music that he can't play.
Yeah. We had two violations, and the second one took it off the air.
I gotta eat crow for that because I did do that, but I wasn't trained for it.
It's always, you're always like, I was wrong, but all right, whatever.
Anyway,
they can still download the podcast.
So
it's
IC
called
division.
Adam Ruins Everything.
Yes, it's my namesake. Whatever. Number 3, the tag division.
And fuck you for saying he was the best yet. Fuck you, Hitman.
The
tag, shit man.
Of course. The tag division tonight, guys, is basically. I mean, everybody got shit on, and they're gonna sell this.
Except for the Usos.
They're gonna sell this Usos alpha bullshit. I'm sorry, this is just like Nikki and Natty. This is so fucking played out.
The only people who really didn't get shit on were Heath and
How's
Rhino.
it played out? We haven't had it yet.
That.
Oh my God, Bob, we had it in the tournament to crown Heath and Rhino. Then because the Hype Bros who won that tournament couldn't fight, they had another match to determine who went on. So they did it again. They have done this.
Fuck, you know what? I forgot about that goddamn tournament.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you're right.
They've done this so much, and then they took them all off TV and brought the Usos back to do this again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Perfect 11 and Juan are both saying the same thing. Tag division is dead.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Nobody gives a
And
shit
it
about the
shouldn't be,
champs.
because there are 6 goddamn tag teams.
And they're talented tag teams if you give them their due.
If you let them
Exactly.
have matches, none of those matches I felt, and I didn't have my stopwatch out, except for Alpha and Usos. I don't think any of them was more than 5 minutes.
No. And Bob is the guy to wear socks with Crocs. Go ahead.
Socks with Crocs. I just like the way
Okay,
that sounds.
fuck you. I do not own Crocs.
So do we even give a shit who the next contender is to Alpha? Because as far as I'm concerned, the tag division is either heading to the pre-card of Mania or is not even going to be featured.
Unless they bring someone up from
Revival,
NXT.
but
then
they
what?
don't have.
Yeah, and then what?
It's pre-card, yeah.
Then what?
But it's too
The Bermuda
it's too
Triangle
late.
of
It's too
fucking
late.
tag teams.
Everybody who wants the Revival to come up is wanting the Revival to end because that is career suicide at this point. If you are a tag team on SmackDown or Raw, it is career suicide because at any point, even New Day, at any point, they're going to bring in Sheamus and Cesaro and make them a team, and they're going to be champs. They're going to bring in Heath and Rhino, who aren't part of the division, and make them champs before they make any of you legit teams.
Yeah, John Estrada had DIY coming in.
Yeah.
No, God, no.
No, please, no.
No, DIY, I think, goes to 205.
205, I see.
You know, as long as Vince actually or somebody takes the reins there, because Vince and Kevin Dunn are like, we don't really care, whatever, go. You know, that whole nonsense.
Yeah, Daniel Price says that the tag division was rebuilt just to destroy it. They ran, slapped together stuff like Team Hell No, Sheamus, Cesaro into the ground, and killed real tag teams. And here they are, bringing real tag teams in, and they're fucking killing them too.
And this is the land of opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, my ass. Yeah. All right, next up, women's division. I'll let you guys talk before I shit on it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Steve, go women's division. Who's the next contender?
Well, there's so many mysteries we don't know about because Eva Marie was supposed to come back. And that's why they brought in Mickey. She can't last forever either. So who's left but Naomi and Alexa? I mean,
it's obvious to me. It's Alexa and Mickey at Mania.
Well, but Naomi's the champion.
Yeah, who we're
Right.
talking about the
Not-
contenders.
She,
I mean,
won't, she,
Becky,
won't, she
but-
won't take it in the Mania.
You don't think so?
No.
Naomi's going to lose it before she goes to Mania.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she was going to lose it at Mania.
I don't know. It's her hometown.
Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's a triple threat. Mickey.
Yeah, they usually do. I mean, they're probably going to do like a big,
Six-pack
Yeah,
challenge.
exactly. Like just to have
Just
all
to
the
get 'em out
faces
there.
Exactly, just to have them out there.
And it's just garbage, lazy creative. That's what's gotten the tag team division killed, and that's what is killing the women's division. I'm sorry, Alexa
He's
Bliss.
got a point there.
Alexa Bliss was the good champion. They could have done some good storylines. They slapped together Naomi for 2 weeks, and then she's suddenly champ. Like, they're not even trying anymore.
Honestly, I don't think Alexa Bliss was a really good champion.
You
They didn't
never,
give- they didn't give
you
her
didn't even,
time.
and
Really?
you didn't even watch her promos.
Reach.
What's up?
Bob's loving
He
it.
said
Bob's
preach.
loving it. He said,
I mean, I didn't watch her most recent promos as champion, but I've seen her promos, and I mean, it's kind of lackluster for me. Nothing like over the top. I mean, her best work, in my opinion, is when she was in a stable. I mean, I don't think seeing her on her own solo being a champion, I was not impressed. That's just my opinion.
I hate to
Like
defend
you
any
said,
diva,
like
but she's the only
we
one
needed
worth a
something
shit.
new. We needed something new.
you just like her because
gonna
you want
agree with you.
cosplay with her.
We needed something new, and we needed some color in the women's division. So
That's a good point.
now that we have like a new champion, let's see what she can bring. Let's give her a
Just
shot.
don't take any group photos with other black wrestlers because then everybody loses the titles.
That's what happened. That's what fucking happened, wasn't it?
Hashtag Black Excellence.
Yeah, and everybody lost their titles. I think Kira's right. Let's say why. I know we're shitting on it, or some of us are shitting on it. Adam, and Bob. Well, maybe not Bob. I can't remember. I don't care.
If that's your
I gave
champion,
it a B.
But let's. Oh, that's right. You did. I'm sorry. That's why I said maybe not. I'm sorry, Bob. Fuck you. Let's give her a chance.
I'm angry.
I'm not angry. Let's give her a chance to be a champion. And if she sucks at it, she sucks at it. I'll be the first one to admit that if she sucks at it. But give her a chance.
Yeah.
She'll lose in her hometown. Like
I thought the match was
they
pretty
always do.
good. I think Naomi put on some really great moves.
I think Naomi's rusty, and I think she needs to get her ass in the gym at NXT during her off time and work on some connections and work on some on her move work.
I think she's
ring
a
work.
dancer. Period.
Can I tell you what my prediction is for Mania with Naomi?
Yeah, so is Jose. So is No Way Jose. He was a
What's
dancer.
that, Bob?
Naomi's going to have one of the big entrances this year in
Yeah.
Orlando.
I wouldn't doubt
Because she's
it.
over with her entrance.
It's going to look like a goddamn rave when she comes out.
We're gonna have
They're gonna- I
seizures.
mean, I think they're going to just.
Stevie hit the nail there. I'm worried about a
Her
seizure.
interest is really over. Like
I have
people
no
are really
problem.
big into like the rave, really big into like the dubstep music.
I
and
have
all
no
that,
problem.
so-
I don't want to see Champion come out there with a choreographed dance before they come to the ring.
That's what's about to
just me.
happen.
That's just
Yeah,
no.
and I'm
but I mean,
sorry.
They're
Really?
pushing
So
the
you-
feel the glow thing so hard.
Wait.
It's so
know that's about to get
wait.
marketed.
So Hunter's very pageant-like entrances that
He
are
is.
very clearly rehearsed when he comes
Yeah,
in
but
as champion.
hers is too much. I mean, hers is she's doing the high kicks. She does. I mean, the slide is okay.
Well,
The
let's see
power
how
slide,
let's see how she does it with the belt.
I'm saying if she tweaks it just a little bit, then I'll. Then
I think she would.
Then
So
I'm on
she'll
board.
tweak it and she'll
Twerk
twerk
it a little bit.
Or twerk it, right?
You guys
I
are
think
saying it's over the top, like the whole feel the glow thing.
well, no, that's okay. That's her gimmick. But when she
Yeah.
comes out and just initially just does all those dance moves and stuff, I mean, I could do without it. That's just me.
I'm just waiting.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good.
Shit
No,
away.
it's your turn.
Wipe your ass all over it.
All right, so I'm sorry, but the reason Naomi looks good when she comes out and all that is because it's choreographed as fuck, and she is a dancer, not a fucking wrestler. I'm sorry.
We
just
never
will-
denied that.
Well,
Yes, she was a dancer.
No, it's bullshit. It's
Are
bullshit.
you gonna let me talk?
No, I'm not, because it's fucking bullshit. The point you're making right now, because there are so many different people on both NXT and WWE main rosters from back in the day to right now that are on there that are
You're
not
getting so angry. You're not even hearing my point.
They're not even because they're not natural wrestlers. There are lots of people who come in that are dancers
Yeah, there's
before.
a football
A lot of
players,
football
there's
players.
all that. That's not
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So why can't
Not
she
even
have
what
it?
I'm arguing.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
sa-
Trish was a fitness model.
Yeah, great. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be before you're a wrestler. That does not mean you're good or you're bad.
Did you almost
at
get a
wrestling.
tattoo tonight?
What?
Did you almost get a tattoo tonight?
Anyway, that does not mean that you're a good or bad at wrestling. It doesn't have any bearing whatsoever. But if you are better at something else, then that makes you something else. And she is a fucking dancer. She is not a wrestler. It doesn't matter that other dancers have come in because, yes, No Way Jose is great. And yes, there are so many other people that were something else first. Alexa Bliss was a gymnast. We could run down the list all day long. All I'm saying is I don't care. I'm not saying dancers don't make good wrestlers. I'm saying Naomi is a dancer. She is not a wrestler. I am sticking to just simply
But
her.
tonight she showed her true potential in the ring.
I
And I
disagree.
think you're a little blind to it because you are predisposed to hate women's wrestling?
She had one good exchange that was mostly fueled by Alexa coming off the top rope and the roll up and stuff like that. There was one good exchange. The other one that they tried to do, they ended up misspaced because she didn't know how to sell it. And I haven't seen Alexa miss space before, except for the one time she did in the very first match against Nikki when they first did the brand split and she was drafted. That's what I'm saying. Naomi is now your champion. This girl who botched up the majority of 2016 is your champion. I, again, don't care what she did in 14, 15, got busted in the eye by whatever that other girl's name was that didn't last in the company. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. I'm looking at the present here and now. This girl was up there in the botches all fucking year long, and now she is your champ going into Mania in her hometown where I'm going to have a seizure watching her entrance. And if Alexa, and you threw it together in 2 weeks, that's not out of left field. And I'm sorry.
What if I bring you some Molly? Does that make you happy?
Yeah. Where's the rest of the division going to go from here? Carmella's not even on the show. She's been jobbing out or she's been fighting jobbers for weeks.
Longer, God.
Yeah, Mickey, her
It's
debut.
It's going to be a rematch at Mania.
Mickey's returning debut is a loss to Becky. There's no furthering that feud. That's just already seemingly fizzled out. Natty and Nikki can't even close. This whole division is
go to Mania.
The only difference between this division and the tag team division is the airtime. Okay, because right now I feel they're just as big of a clusterfuck.
And boobs.
What do you got on the board?
No, okay. No, I have a rebuttal for it. Go ahead.
Go for it.
Perfect 11 says, who cares if she's not a born and bred wrestler like Natalya? Everyone is supposed to have strengths and weaknesses. That's supposed to be part of the story. Go ahead, Kiera.
That's a great point about Natalya. She's born and bred wrestler. She's not good at it. What do you got?
No, I was saying, I agree with you when it comes to the Mickie James story. Yeah, she's come back on 2 losses now, and I don't see anything.
What's the point?
Going from there. I really thought that it was a great idea when she made her return, and maybe they can make some of it, maybe bring the women's division up. But since she's lost again, I think that was just a horrible. I think that was a horrible idea with creative. Now, back to Naomi. Yes, Naomi was a dancer prior to WWE, but like you said, everyone had a history before they became a professional wrestler.
Almost everybody.
But the thing is, Naomi is not a. What's that, Bob?
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Keep going.
The thing is, Naomi, in my opinion, she's not a horrible wrestler. I've seen her, and I'm going to bring up the past because it's relevant to today. You said that she botched so much in 2016. That's because she had no in-ring time. This is what I was talking earlier to Brian and the rest of the guys about. On the main roster, since they travel so much, since their schedule is so busy, they don't have a lot of practice time. Now, compare that to NXT wrestlers. The NXT wrestlers, they train every day, 5 days a week, and they work through the weekends. Main roster guys don't do that. So if you want to talk about her botching, they should have given her more in-ring time throughout 2016.
That's a great point.
And now, like you said, they did put it together within 2 weeks because they're trying to make her relevant out of not giving her any relevancy throughout the prior year.
Okay.
So
since the brand split, Alexa Bliss and some others, Carmella and stuff, debuted. Naomi has had as much time as anybody.
No, she didn't.
Except for the last month where she's been off before she returned and came in the thing. She has been in the 6-pack challenges. She was in the Fatal 5.
Naomi had a little break.
Naomi, yes, she had a break for the last month.
Yeah, but she was only in those matches for a heartbeat.
There was a lot of 6-pack challenges like you brought up.
That's not that. My point still being is she can have ring rust or whatever. This is a professional wrestler. You cannot constantly grade her on the curve and make excuses because she didn't get in the performance center enough. She didn't get to work enough. She didn't get to do that. I'm sorry.
No, that's speaking on a lot of the wrestlers that don't get a lot of in-ring time. That's across the board.
You still practice your craft. You can practice your craft, whatever that is.
That's true.
I wonder if this is what you and I sound like when we talk about Roman Reigns.
No, because you would be like Adam, and I'd be like Kiera in this situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it is okay. Yeah. I kind of apologize to the audience.
No, if this is something that you are getting paid, okay, like I know this is completely different, but movie stars are supposed to be attractive and work out, so they work out before they show up to set so that they're ready to go and can do their stunts and they look really good and yada yada yada. If you can't wrestle and you have ring rust, then go back down to Performance Center and all that. Once you make the main roster, whatever you got to do to stay there, That's on fucking you, Kiera. You can't make excuses that her road and travel time, because then the whole roster would have that excuse, and we're back to square one. You can't grade her on a curve because she had a little bit less time on there. She's on the house show circuit. She got wrestling time. It's not like she wasn't. If she wasn't on SmackDown that week, she didn't wrestle at all.
Yeah, her competition makes a difference too. Let's see who she's been fighting.
That is a very valid point.
And we give a lot of fucking passes to Alexa Bliss because number one, that booty though, but number two, you have she does the cosplay fucking superhero thing, and you love that, and this person loves that. So Alexa Bliss gets a lot of privileged passes, white power, whatever, to get by. She botches a lot as well. So when Naomi's in a match with Alexa Bliss and there's botches, it's automatically on Naomi. I'm not making it a black or white thing.
And he brought up the brand split. When a brand split took place, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, along with Carmella, they all got their opportunities to be in the ring. Naomi was slept on.
And
that's my freaking
the whole
point.
Tamina thing kind of overshadowed stuff too.
I want to blend both your points together. Naomi didn't get slept on, but to Rob's point, her competition at the time was Natalya. That's who she was stuck when the brand split first happened. That's who she was rivaled with, and so that I do agree a little bit with what you're saying there, based on what Rob explained it there, because you do have to credit a little bit with who you work with in the ring. You just do. Because we can go through the whole Roman thing, but nobody can make you look good.
It takes two to tango.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Rob, is the board still there?
Yeah.
They are. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, they've been going off. They're just dumbfounded with the shit coming out of our mouths today. They're like really, you talking about Naomi for fucking an hour?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
God damn it.
No, we're giving Kiera her fucking minute because she hadn't been on the show yet, and let her get some airtime.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Wow.
Let's move. What you gonna do next? There's another.
Yeah, the final one is. Sorry, I forget.
I don't have sound
You don't
effects.
ever do my production notes. All right, rivalry carryover.
Number
You're gonna
final
shit
one.
on me. I'm gonna shit back.
Go ahead.
Rivalry carryover. So, is there anything that's going to carry over? The one big one
Yeah.
I want to talk about is, especially since he did his move and stuff, Miz and Daniel Bryan. That's got to be a Mania match.
Not happening.
How long to
Not
carry
happening.
over are we considering?
You don't think it's going to happen?
I think it's possible.
If there would have been some kind of interference by Daniel Bryan tonight, I would have been completely inked on paper, done. But the fact that there was not, I'm just not convinced.
But
I
no,
think
Adam had
Miz-
a point though. Throughout the match, when he was doing a lot of the Daniel Bryan moves, why would he be doing that? That's like it's
Because
so
he's
obvious.
been doing that.
Yes, but why would he have been doing that? This has to be a build-up for Miz
I
is
think
the
it
other
could be.
guy.
Have you ever
I don't
considered-
believe this Miz and Maurice versus Nikki and Cena storyline happening.
Maurice isn't.
So that's
what
not
did he
gonna
come out
happen.
Well, Medine wants to get a word in. What's up?
Have you ever considered the fact that he does it out of homage? Like he's paying homage to him? And
Homage.
Homage.
Homage, whatever. Homage,
Kayfabe.
Same thing. But you know what I mean?
Tomato,
Yeah.
tomato.
You know,
To say,
not
hey, you
whatever
know what?
homage.
He can't do
You
it.
say potato
so,
has to
but,
go
you
fuck
know,
yourself.
I'm just
French
saying,
word.
thank you or whatever. Not only that, but
if he
tonight,
is an
see what-
homage, then none of that shit that they've done fourth wall breaks with the two of them is real, and I believe it's real.
That's the
If there's
point.
anything that's been done, it's, I mean, you had him do a coward thing tonight, but that fucking storyline that got proposed online is not going to happen. If there's a storyline that's going to get continued, as much as none of us fucking want it, we're going to see Nikki and Natalya at Mania.
Yeah.
You know it's going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Or again, they throw a six-pack challenge in and throw them in with that.
Well, you got to
What were you
consider
saying?
Maurice too now because of the altercation.
Exactly. And Cena pinned the Miz tonight.
Pez?
Yeah.
But Pez dispensers?
But the thing is
Are you
that
saying like a Pez dispenser right now?
I'm
Because
sorry.
Cena has to
From
be
the
involved in
side.
the crushing of any heat somebody's got.
If you put
yeah.
on the goat mask, you look like a Pez dispenser.
Like
Rob.
I would rather Cena and Miz be left off the card than a mixed gender tag match. I'm sorry, I just would.
Well,
That's
that
just
might be what you're getting because you saw the collision in the back with Maurice, Nikki, and what happened.
and Daniel Bryan and Miz. I'm sorry, that's been played out for so long. There has to be a payoff.
They're also been doing a Facebook, social media voting on who's the it couple of WWE. So you know that they're gonna rig it so that Cena and Nikki win.
No,
and Miz and
why
Maurice
can't it
get
be
pissed.
Daniel and Brie?
Well,
Why- I mean, if you want to
I
rig
just
it,
said they're gonna rig it.
no.
Well,
this
Miz
whole-
and Maurice won't win.
Okay, I don't want to go.
He'll
I don't want to
blame-
go.
he'll
fantasy
blame
booking.
Cena. I'm
All
just
right.
saying.
You know what you do? The night after Mania, the SmackDown after Mania, you have Miz go, I'm done with it between me and you, Brian. If I win the title tonight, you're gone. If I don't win the title tonight, I'm gone. And then you have Brian win you have Miz win at the end, Daniel Bryan can go off and go be daddy,
at the end.
and then we have Miz as the title, the heel champion that we deserve.
None of that is new. We think Kurt Angle's going to take Daniel Bryan's place anyway, because he put the date on there. I think he's going to take over the night after Mania, because I think that Daniel Bryan is wrestling at Mania. I hope it's
the
not.
only people that haven't cleared him is WWE.
Because of the broken neck thing.
Anyway.
It's not a No, the only people that haven't cleared him is WWE, and it's because of concussions. But all the main doctors out there have cleared him for another match.
Yeah, he is. A lot of people mistake that. They think he is in edge territory, like neck issues. You're going to be paralyzed. Kurt Angle status. He's not.
He could go to indie promotion in any promotion and wrestle.
Yeah. So no insurance.
Yeah, because most of them don't give a fuck about their guy.
One match. I don't think one match will kill him especially against the Miz. Like the least dangerous person to wrestle against is the Miz.
Yeah, if you go with somebody that's tried and true and knows how to do stuff and no wild card crazy things happening, not doing any chair shots or whatever, you keep it simple. I think you're fine. In any event,
Miz wants to get over as a heel. Chair shot to the skull of Daniel Bryan.
No.
Just drop the chair and walk off.
No, that's not even worth the risk. What's the board saying before we move on?
Just want to say this one. Hitman says, no, Kurt is taking over for Mick after WrestleMania, it being reported.
Oh.
I
Mick
saw
was
that as
leaving
well.
too, yeah. I've heard that.
As well.
Yeah. I mean, I think the whole thing is going to get shaken up. I think that there's some hook or crook way that Triple H is going to take Shane's spot. Just they're going to build on that character since the Seth thing. We don't know. I don't know. Let's move on to the awards.
Okay.
Smackdown presents
Good, Bad, and Glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
That's exactly what we said. What was that? Daniel. He said, nope, all outside doctors have cleared Danielson. WWE refuses to. It's exactly what we said.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we've been reporting that for a long time. That's why I think that they'll give him a one-match pass with the Miz.
We don't do dirt sheets on pay-per-views, man. Come on, get with it.
No dirt sheets.
Get your fucking people in order, Adam.
No trivia, none of that shit. We do awards, we do recap.
Should have been one.
We do arguing. Rob's lack of cigarettes makes him angry.
That's Bob. That's it. I haven't been smoking. I quit smoking. So
yeah.
Dude, I'm really happy for you, man.
Well,
it's going to be tough as fuck, and you're going to gain weight.
You're not taking tactics, are you?
It's the best choice ever made.
I won't know if I'm going to beat you because you won't turn your fucking scale in.
No, he won't. I'll keep him up.
Okay,
he's good.
Hey, but I made these fatty cabooses eat a bunch of the new Girl Scout cookie s'mores cookies tonight. And Adam and fucking Brian are like eating end to end like Dating the Tramp.
I had two. 150 calories.
That's it.
Yeah,
you're good.
Dude, you ever feel like you need a cigarette? Text me. I'll be happy to take a moment to tell you.
I'm scared of dry socket in the holes in my throat right now.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't by choice. This is by hospital, Bob. Stop giving him so much credit.
I'm afraid.
Damn, Adam.
Look, anybody who smokes, I really and truly hope they quit because cancer is bad, I hear.
Well, let's put that under your bad for the good, bad, and the glorious. Adam, why don't you start this up?
Please, Brian, good. Let's talk about wrestling.
Yeah, fucking wrestling. My good was I had Baron Corbin. I think that his showing in the chamber match was actually pretty good, and I think he's right where he belongs with the mid card, but with Dean
He
Ambrose.
had a bunch of spots and then got pinned and then attacked the dude.
And he did it finally. I thought he finally. Bigly.
Hey, Rob gave you a coin. That's all that matters.
There we go. I'll shut up.
Medine, good.
I already do that, Berto.
The good was The Miz. But
Okay.
Another guy that was barely in it.
Just because he played, and I'm going to say the good for being bad. The way he played that sneaky character, he waited for Corbin to do his thing, and
that's all he did, though.
No, but he did it so well, just being that sneaky snake in the grass, and then just slithered and get the pin real quick.
Are you doing a Mickey James impersonation?
No, not yet. Not yet.
It sounded like
Don't want me to start.
All right, Bob, what's your good?
The only moment tonight that had me, my parents, and my wife all react the exact same way was Fandango issuing Fashion Police tickets in the middle of the match, just making them rain. We all cracked up watching that. So that's good.
That was good.
All right, Stevie.
My good was Randy Orton versus Luke Harper match tonight.
It's an individual award.
Randy Orton.
There you go.
Okay, Steve.
With Kiara, what was your good?
My good was, of course, Naomi winning the SD Women's title. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah. All right, before I go to Rob, my good was Harper. He didn't need to win. When you put on that good of a match, you don't need to win. Good for you, Harper.
All right, me and the board?
Yep.
I'm going to go, my good is Miz specifically dropping the skull-crushing finale on Bray out of nowhere in the chamber. I thought that was a great spot. Daniel Price says good is Wyatt, although predictable, finally being the champion. Hitman, the good was going to say Angry Rob, but after calling me out for the dirt sheet comment, I will say is now Adam for hosting 4 straight shows.
Thank you.
Yeah,
but I don't do my part.
You were just in the hospital for 5 days,
I was
and
just
they're
in the
praising
hospital.
this guy.
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 5 days, and you were in Virginia doing physical therapy for your body, for your wellness.
Right.
So yeah, I guess Adam's the guy that comes in when everybody's injured to fuck up shows. So all right, good for Noah is Becky Lynch and that booty dough, and Bray finally getting the belt he deserves.
I'm like Y2J when he came back. Save us.
Good is Wyatt winning from Berto. Let's see here. Good is Dean Ambrose being eliminated, says Juan. Yeah, Juan.
Quit shitting, Juan.
Noah said, Bob's married? Yeah, that happened. Wait,
that should happen.
Yeah.
Noah, you late, bro.
Yeah. He didn't.
I was confused by it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I was surprised even when I signed the marriage certificate.
All right, real quick, let's get through these. Good. The good is Luke Harper from Perfect 11, and Thomas Struble says, "What's up, Thomas?" Says the good is Naomi, Alexa. Bad was Becky, Mickey. Ugly, natty, Nikki. All right, so there's the board right
Ugly,
now.
natty, Nikki.
Ugly.
All right, I'm going to kick off
Ugly,
bad.
natty, Nikki.
Bad for me was Hawkins Mojo, simply because
That's his individual award.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
no. Here's why
Get him,
I'm saying
Steve.
it is an individual award, and here's why I'm saying the creative person who threw this on the card tonight, that could have been a rivalry, that could have been built up in some way. It could have been worth a fuck. It could have even just had some build up right beforehand. It was an afterthought, and it makes these wrestlers, regardless of the match, not good because
it might evolve from here. It could be a rivalry now.
It's not going to evolve on the road to WrestleMania.
They could have fought over Zack Ryder.
That's what you made the graphic for.
I didn't make that.
And then
actually,
Bob,
Zack Ryder made it.
Then Bob could comment on the video.
Yeah, the Zack Ryder Invitational.
Right.
Anyway, Kiara, what's your bad?
My bad is gonna be Apollo and Ziggler match. Simply because I hate to admit it, but I mean I saw only half the match, but Apollo was not looking good, and I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. Nobody benefited. Nobody benefited. Bob, you're bad.
Fucking Nikki Bella no-selling every goddamn move.
You know that's a trend with her. If you're just now noticing that, Bob.
Yeah.
No. You weren't in here when I said it, but like how y'all have that vitriolic hatred that doesn't make any sense for Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That is how I legit feel about Nikki Bella.
Okay.
Is it
See
better
that?
to botch?
See,
or
but you know
better
what?
to
You know what, Bob? I'm gonna respect your opinion there and not call you an asshole every time you say it. So there's a difference. But go ahead.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm right.
Medine, bad.
The squashing of the tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they had a chance to do some.
Ding.
They had a chance to do some different things. They just took everybody and pushed them down. 7 weeks from now, what are they going to do at WrestleMania?
And with such a small card, they all could have. It could have been the first ever legit tag team turmoil where the matches were more than 5 minutes.
And you know what? It actually started.
Do y'all not just hate the turmoil concept?
No. It
I like it.
I started
I
off
don't
okay.
like it too
I fucking
much.
hate it.
I don't understand it.
I like the
really.
way it started off.
The
because
purpose.
It gave
The
some
gauntlet.
intrigue to maybe Heath and Rhino. And then once they got knocked out, the Usos took control, and it was like, all right. But then when they got eliminated and they jumped Alpha should have just been done right then and there. Ascension do their Fate of Man or whatever it's called.
Or have
and
Ascension
been
come
over.
out before.
In their
and
new
that be
look.
The end.
In their new look,
Yeah.
You popped me for 60 seconds. I said it earlier to make me think that something
And
different
they didn't
was
even
gonna
run to the
happen.
ring.
I just
They
like how
didn't have
Medine
to.
explains it.
But then,
Yeah.
but then what happened? 10 minutes later, Alphas are coming out winner like they're the super team.
This recap brought to you by Medine.
But isn't that
I
okay?
know.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Isn't that what we wanted? Like,
No.
I mean,
no.
you guys like American Alpha, right?
No.
I wanted some parity.
Well, yeah,
I want
but
some parity
I'm
in
not
the
a
tag
fan.
team division.
Well, okay.
You can't just
Okay.
pass.
Brian, did
I mean,
you
I want to
go
get deep into that. I
Brian,
just-
Who's next?
Did you go bad?
Bad what?
What's your
What
bad?
was your bad?
Bad?
Yeah.
I didn't do bad.
Did you? I'm asking you to do bad.
Yeah, I thought it was Naomi.
Okay. Obviously.
What?
Obviously,
I'm
I'm going
sorry.
to agree with you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just,
she won the
I
title.
but I said it before.
That's my heavy.
If she tweaks her entrance a little bit, then I'm on board. But
So it's just the entrance for you.
Yeah, really, that's all it is. Even all the
If
glowing
she can go
stuff,
back to
that's
twerking
okay.
On the,
So you just don't like the
kids'
dancing?
I just don't like the
Is
dancing.
it too much ass? Is that what it is?
No, I'm
Too much
no,
booty, though.
Please bring it
Dude,
on.
you know he likes the tan, baby.
That ass, though.
that booty though.
That ass.
The dancing is just too much.
Dance is too
I like
much.
All right, man.
Kiera said,
Okay,
Kiera said
okay.
during the show, said Becky got that booty, though, but Naomi got that ass, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
and
next?
She said Alexa has that booty, not Becky.
Oh,
Becky
yeah.
wears the
my,
diaper.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
I know. It's the drugs kicking in.
Yeah.
Bad for you and the board, Rob.
My bad is, and I'm going to say this, and I give a lot of shit to Dolph Ziggler. But the one thing that I've always been willing to admit he does well is he sells great for other people.
yeah.
And he's good on the other end, getting people over. If Apollo Crews, if you fought Dolph Ziggler tonight and you looked that bad, was one of the best people that could put you over on the roster, I'm sorry. I've been a big fan of yours, and I've supported you left and right and up and down, and just like the walk evader, at every fucking direction I have been on your side. You crashed through the fucking ceiling today, and you need to go back to NXT because that was your performance. No, I'm
Is
sorry.
it weird that I called this so long ago?
His performance in that match tonight was horrible. I mean, was really, really, really bad.
Oh, Kiera is leaving. She put the headphones
She
down.
got pissed about
She's
that.
being
A baby
All right.
issue.
The board, yeah. Oh, Daniel.
I haven't done my bad.
Oh,
what's your bad?
jackasses.
Jackass.
Stevie got skipped.
James Ellsworth. It's time for him to go. They wasted airtime on him tonight.
I
Him
forgot
and
about
Carmella.
it.
It's like
There was a promo,
it's
wasn't
done.
there?
They were in the
It was-
sky
Yeah, but he grew a
box.
bad guy goatee.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
was.
it's
can
time.
you grow a goatee without a chin?
Partial.
Did you not notice? But okay, it's not a
A
goatee. It's
no-tee,
more of a
that's good,
goatee.
Steve.
Yeah.
But,
Call
yeah.
it a no tee is what Steve says.
Daniel Price wants to know, Brian. He
Yeah.
said he lives in VA. Where in VA are you from?
I'm not from there, but I was in Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia?
Yeah.
He's from Long Island.
I'm from Long Island.
You're not going
But
to stop
somehow
him.
not
That's what he said.
Jewish.
The bad for on the board. See, bad Naomi botching the moonsault and Cena botching the pin on Miz. Bad is Nikki and Natalia for Daniel Price. Bad for Hitman. We just did. Naomi winning, fucking up the whole women's division and causing the rest of the talent to look weak. Yeah, that's what fucked the division up.
Yep.
Juan, Wuhan Nation, Bob.
You can't have that weak of a champ.
Okay.
It makes the whole
Your,
division.
turn, your turn's over. Bad Natalia's thick self not being in MILF porn says okay. All right. Good, I know.
I don't even.
Thomas, Naomi doesn't botch as bad as everyone says. Thank you, Thomas.
Noah's all about the porn tonight.
Watching Natalia become a mom. Okay, we're getting off the MILF thing. Let's see. Bad. Natty's overreacting. The announce team killing the Ascension was all bad. And Noah's just picking everything on the fucking thing. So there you go.
Right.
There you go.
Glorious. Stevie, we're not going to skip you if we start with you. Go for it.
Bray Wyatt winning the big title.
That's glorious.
Got to give it to
That
him.
is glorious.
All right, Brian.
I have the same exact thing. I mean, how can you say anything else? Bray Wyatt.
All right, Kiera.
Same here, Bray.
Medine.
AJ Styles for making Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
look great.
Thank you.
Consideration
All right.
too.
Thank you. That is who my
that.
glorious is
And making
also.
everyone else look great for that matter.
AJ started that fucking match and finished it. Why? Because he could make every fucking one of them look good.
Okay, to further
Yeah, he's another
to
one.
further that argument, then you can also say that John Cena did it too.
No, he didn't.
Why not?
He was slept all
squashed
night.
Miz.
He didn't
he
finish
fucked
it.
up that pin.
He didn't take.
He took a 30-minute nap in that damn match.
But he also,
Yeah.
he
No.
let Bray pin him.
No.
I mean, let's be real.
He did.
Nah.
He did.
Bob.
You're crazy.
Glorious.
Not like AJ though.
Bob, you're glorious.
Come on.
I'm going to say it's the Wyatts. All three of them tonight came out and fucking stole the show.
Thought it was an
Be it
individual
moment
award.
or in ring.
It is.
Okay. All
It
right,
is.
Bob.
Nobody fucking ever
Okay.
listens to the rules. All right. So the individual award given to 3 people by Bob. Let's see what Rob and the board say.
My glorious.
Glorious. It's the fucking Wyatt. Kiss my ass, Adam.
He could say the Wyatt. That's a stretch. Come on. Glorious for me was Bray getting the big push.
Everybody who won tonight was glorious.
I want to jump back. Jordan Kirkland, who's new to the board. Jordan, welcome to the board.
Welcome, Jordan.
He says good. The good was Bray Wyatt stopping at each chamber pod on his way in and the face the Miz made was great. Which
Mhm.
I that's a really good point. Let's see, Glorious on the board. Bruce Campbell and Evil 2 Dead, says Noah.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2. What did I say?
Evil
Dead
2 Dead.
Evil 2 Dead.
It's the Vicodin, bro. Glorious, me predicting the phenomenal forearm into the Sister Abigail and the pin if Wyatt and AJ faced off, says Daniel. The audience giving Naomi a "You deserve it" chant and making her cry, says Perfect 11 for the Glorious.
All right.
Brian Hitman Shipman says Glorious always AJ Styles when he is on the show, but besides Styles and Bray for winning the title, that clearly deserves it. You're gonna write a fucking novel? Fuck you! I'm not gonna read it. Oh, and Brian, special Glorious to Brian for Thursday's Takedown. Yes, Brian did really good on Thursday's Takedown.
All right, Brian.
You can listen to it on Podbean, not YouTube, because we have no audio on YouTube because of
what happened?
iTunes. You're welcome.
Oh, that's right.
You're welcome.
Glorious for Juan is Glorious Mike Rotunda son winning. There you go. I'm not doing any more of it. You know, you don't get 17 every one of them, Noah. Glorious.
It's
None
just like when he
kicking
calls
out,
in.
No one. Oh, Glorious was no one kicking out of Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
They protected that move tonight. It's a good point, Thomas.
All right.
Very good point.
Who booked that? Who booked that? Bob, start it off.
Oh, I know what this is going to be.
For botch, okay. I've never understood Booker botch. Is it only for booking, or is it if
It's
I
a
see
booking
a
thing.
botch that was
No.
so horrendous, it's
No.
got to be pointed
It's
out?
a booking.
It's a
booking error. What should not
Either
have
by
been there.
match or result.
Right. Either by
Okay.
match or result.
Then it has to be Nikki and Natalia.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got,
I
Steve?
wrote the same exact thing on mine. Nikki and Natalia, that whole shit.
Kiara?
I had Mickey James and Becky Lynch simply because I didn't like the outcome of the match. I wanted something more to come of it. Obviously, Mickey James winning, so I'm like, what the fuck?
The ending was kind of bleh.
Yeah.
And they've been building this whole Luchadora and her debut and her feud, and then
Right.
it went nowhere. I agree with you, Kiara. What do you got, Medine?
Out of the matches that we saw, I would say maybe Dean going out doing absolutely nothing. At least,
He
not,
really did.
not looking strong as a.
He was on top of the pod with AJ.
I mean,
He had a move.
No, he had like one move where he did
And you know what? And
crazy,
you're
he
gonna
did
look
his crazy elbow.
You're gonna look
He
fast
was
if
the
you've only
first
got a 2 foot like whip to the ropes. Like, 2 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot, 2
Oh,
foot, 2
right,
foot,
yeah,
2
it
foot.
was right there.
He was the first one eliminated, right?
Yeah,
Second.
no.
Second.
Second?
Yeah, Baron was first.
And then Baron killed
He
him.
rolled.
and
He
Miz ran
rolled
out.
up Corbin.
Yep. Anyway, let's go to Brian first. Who booked that?
I had the same thing. I had the Nikki Natty finish. I thought that was unnecessary. I would have been happy if there was any clear winner, but nope.
I'd have been happy if they had both not ever wrestled tonight.
Or that.
My funny one was having Enzo and Cass do Georgia Gold instead of Gold Dust on the KFC commercial. But my real one is Miz just being in that match too briefly. Yes, he came out like a rocket. That was a great skull-crushing finale.
Oh yeah.
That was a great exchange. He was in there really quick, but then he was just out. He was right back out.
Yeah, did the Daniel Bryan tease.
Same thing with Rumble. They give him this year-long push. They give him the year of the Miz, and yet they give him no way to get any accolade from it.
Yeah, no rub.
No.
Nothing at all. So that was my Booker botch, was just Miz not being enough of anything tonight. So what do you got for you in the board, Rob?
My Booker botch is, and I went back and forth on this one, but eventually I went with who booked the tag bullshit.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
It's
killed that division tonight.
Mhm.
It's a shame.
They've killed it every time.
Because you know what? You know where if you look at the history of some of your greatest wrestlers out there, Shawn Michaels being one of them, most of your greatest wrestlers started out in great tag teams that were in great tag team divisions where they could shine. And right now, you're not allowing that young talent to shine in tag team divisions. So you are doing a disservice to the future of your company.
Everybody.
You really are.
Even like if you want to talk about, Undertaker got a big rub, from being in the with Dan Spivey.
The skyscrapers.
Right. And then, Austin started getting a push when he joined the Dangerous Alliance. A lot of these people have made their names in factions or tag teams, and it's a shame. JBL, he came from a couple
APA,
different ones.
yeah, absolutely.
Smoking guns. So everybody's done it.
Who booked that? Naomi winning the women's title, says Hitman. Shitman.
I agree.
Noah, who booked that? The handicap match where a hell was outnumbered by a heel was outnumbered by the faces. HELL. That's hell, but whatever. Who booked that? Tag team, says Juan. Who booked that? Usos destroying Alpha to make Ascension laughing stocks. Exactly, Brian. Or Daniel Price.
Yeah.
Horrible.
See, and I told everybody in our studio tonight to help Rob out. Everybody on the board, try and type properly. Help him out a little bit tonight.
Botch, Nikki, and Natalia finish. Ascension being squashed. Juan, haha, Adam. Noah, Adam is smart. That's why he's the Jew. Okay. The fuck is wrong with you people tonight?
Wow.
Jordan Kirkland, who booked that entire tag division, specifically allowing the Ascension to win on SmackDown only to get squashed. Again, yeah.
Yeah. When everybody was equal, they won.
They got your back, Brian.
When
Noah,
somebody's already beat down, they don't.
Noah, leave Jordan alone. Maybe Jordan doesn't want to answer the question that you always ask people who come on here. Maybe that's why we can't get over 20 viewers per fucking show, because all the new people come on here and you're like, hey, who do you want to put your dick in?
Yeah.
All right? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Pull it back a little bit, Noah. We love you.
Yeah, just why can't you ask them who's their favorite wrestler?
Yeah, what's their favorite finishing move?
Yeah, or who they're a mark
good.
for.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Who got the rub is up next. I'm going to start it off. I think Bray obviously got the rub, but more importantly, he got it because he pinned Cena and Styles. I said that I was only okay with Bray being the champ as long as he pinned Cena. AJ was the icing on the top. Good job for you, Bray. Bob, what do you got?
I don't think Adam understands what a rub is, so it's I just went blank on his goddamn name.
Way to come at
Luke
him.
Harper got the rub tonight.
Luke,
a rub is not the world title win is not a rub.
That's not a push. Okay.
No, no.
That's
a
the
rub is
ultimate
different than a
rub.
push.
That's the
If you
ultimate
understand
rub.
the term,
A rub is different. Steve, a rub is different from a push. He's got a point there.
Anyway,
if the big push of the night is definitely Bray. The big rub of the night is an arguable one, but I think Luke is a fair one.
I say it was the rub because he got to pin both the two previous champions. That's why I think that. It wasn't just that he got the push. He got a rub and a push if you want.
No, he got a push.
Speaking of happy endings, let's go to Steve.
Well, whether you like it or not, the ultimate rub, as we were just saying, is going to Naomi. The first time she's ever had a title. I mean, it's an opportunity.
That's a push
to carry. It's a big push.
Yeah. Like it or not, though. Steve said it. Like it or not, ass clowns, Adam and shit man. Like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, all she does is something good when you spell her name backwards. What do you got, Kara?
Oh, we skipped Brian. I thought Brian was about to get ready.
Yeah, but
I think we're just going every.
I'm going however I want, Kira. Who
Okay,
got the
damn
rub?
it.
Who
Chill.
got the rub?
Shit.
Who got
Anyway,
the rub?
my
Chicago style.
what's that?
What?
Anyway, my rub is going to AJ Styles simply because this guy had every opportunity to shine in that Elimination Chamber match, and he didn't. That's how humble that guy is. And also, his sales were on fucking point tonight in that match. So he gets the big rub for me. So
hey,
and I
rephrase
don't
that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he
Well-
on the laminated card?
Who'd you pick? Who'd you get?
AJ.
AJ.
Where were you,
you
time?
you can give a big rub to AJ. That's cool.
Yeah, AJ's now on her list. Nadine, who's
So-
getting your rub?
For like the third week in a row, it's Corbin because he's been parlaying these beatdowns into an IC push all of a sudden. You know, like he didn't do anything except be a co-host on Talking Smack all the damn time.
And now he's going to fight
then
for
all
a
of sudden-
title at
yeah,
Mania.
Exactly, and all of a sudden, and all he does is just go jump Dean a couple times, and boom, now he's got a title shot.
Yeah, Harper's not getting that, so you're right.
works.
What do you got, Brian?
I got Luke Harper. I mean, I think
PD.
that he was able to prove that he can hang with Randy Orton, and I think that says a lot.
That,
Herpes.
That's a rub.
Yep.
That's
So
a
everybody
rub.
understands why I
that's
picked.
the rub.
So everybody understands why I picked AJ, right?
Yes.
He made everybody look good.
Yeah, oh yeah, no,
tonight,
he did.
So
Yeah.
What do you got, Rob? You on the board?
Not really. Well, mine. My who got the rub is James Ellsworth through the popcorn container. think he got the rub tonight.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. My
like the
gig
movie
is not
Diner.
working. So.
Tim Robbins.
God damn it, you're
Mickey
so
Rourke.
dumb, but that made me laugh. That shouldn't happen.
All right. Let's see on the board who got the rub. First, Jordan says, Noah, that's a dumb question. That's why I didn't answer it, bro. Dumb question. Who got the rub? Naomi, says Juan. Bray got all over huge tonight. Harper looked great, too. Now the entire Wyatt family looks like monsters.
It's true.
Noah.
It's about time.
Yeah, who got the rub from Noah? Luke Harper. Even though he lost, he still looked awesome in that match.
Yep.
Corbin and Harper says Hitman, Shipman. Who got the rub? Wyatt and Harper. Everybody's picking multiple people. Drake, Bray got the rub from Perfect 11. Bray got the rub by hitting Sister Abigail on and pinning Cena. Yeah. So what you want, Rob? Naomi is the reins of the women's roster. I I just
Yeah,
don't
I
agree.
think I think you guys
what
are
was that
being
last
so
one?
hypocritical
What was that?
about it.
I don't agree with that.
She's married to a Samoan, so she's got some Samoan in her.
He's,
and
he's saying that Naomi is,
No, it's
is
Nikki.
the equivalent
It's
of
Nikki.
Reigns for the women's division.
Yeah.
No,
It's
yeah.
Nikki.
Yeah, okay, so the girl gets one fucking accolade. She gets one moment in time to say, I won a title. And you're going to say that, okay, a guy who's had a Hall of Fame career pushed on us in 4 years, so they're comparable. They're
No.
comparable.
I
No.
always hammer on the Ratchet Raver, and even tonight I had to give her credit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Regardless of how you feel about, we know Bob, me and you disagree on this. But regardless of that, to sit here and say that she's comparable to Roman, in my mind, that my dissension there, that is there's nothing.
I think Nikki is the fair comparison.
The only
Nikki,
comparison.
Nikki is the fair comparison.
There you go.
Yes,
Good one.
Nikki
Good
is.
one,
The
Bob.
only fair comparison between Naomi and Roman is when they're at the top of the division. It makes the whole division look bad.
Naomi's had one big spotlight, and that was today.
But
Yeah.
would you agree with that though?
What?
That when Roman is at his worst is when he's the top of the division because he makes the whole division look bad.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about
When you
Naomi
get the
here.
top as a face,
there-
don't you?
well, there-
I think
there
it'll
was-
be a different thing.
There was
Damn
much.
it.
Brian's
Why'd
like,
we have to start
oh,
talking
screw-
about him?
There was much.
We made a deal.
I'm moving on. There was much different. There were much worse options for Naomi.
Brian, you
than
good over
Naomi.
there, bro?
They just
Yeah,
were.
I'm good.
They just were.
I was about to leave.
I
Yeah.
think.
Seriously.
I think Naomi winning this is gonna
What?
is gonna expand the whatever. Let's move on. Fucking.
I mean, when you're the
the
top
Rob.
of your division is
all right,
bad.
all right, all right.
I
Fine,
thought there
come
was-
on.
I thought there was
Brian,
Roman.
what do you?
Jordan.
Brian, you upset you, man?
Oh no, I thought there was Roman talk.
Exactly.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It's
We're not
always-
supposed to
Jordan
speak his name.
Kirkland, who got the rub, Naomi. Virtually no time for a good storyline leading up to this match. Surprised she won. Yeah, exactly. She'd got no push, no real good push into this match. She got thrust into it, and everybody's bitching that, oh, she but let the girl get a chance, man. Let her have a fucking chance.
Announcer.
Oh, you know what? Blame it on creative. They should have already built her up from the get go, longer than what they
Almost
did.
all of
That's
our
all I'm saying.
feuds could go back to creative. Almost all of our huge dissensions, but when we fight about
Yeah,
something
there's
within
no
our
argument about
marked
that.
out
I
universe,
think Brian.
it's always creative.
I think
to blame.
Hitman's gonna lawnmower man it and stick his hand through your microphone and start just jacking your shit off at him because he's just over here. Oh, Adam gets you once again.
I know,
Adam
right?
gets me. Oh, I love Adam so much.
Yeah. Hey, what can I say? I got
I want
fans.
to go back to the hospital and get my ears cut off.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a perfect time for that quote that you said they did not give. Rob told me this earlier in a text. They did not give him anesthesia while he was in the hospital. So he said to get himself through the pain, he just imagined Roman face fucking Bob.
Yes.
And that got you through.
You got me through the pain.
All right, good. There you go. If anyone else wants to use something like that, perfect.
Worked out.
The announcer botch or gold tonight for me was just JBL. He became a face tonight. He was stroking everybody with verbally stroking them. Even Cole, he said, the great legendary play-by-play guy, shut the fuck up, JBL. You're the heel. Stop trying to pretend you're not and suddenly be good because you see 4 people at an announce table and you know 2 of them are going. Brian.
I didn't have anything. There was nothing worth worth writing down.
Tom, go
Tom.
away.
I had Tom.
Yeah.
But I had Tom and I had fucking Otunga saying, everything hurts in the
That was
the
mine.
chamber.
That's what I was gonna
We're
say.
never in the chamber.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah. That was your scare?
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you say that? At least
I think
JBL could.
Part of the reason why JBL was like that is because he fell coming down to the ring earlier before the pre-show, and also the German announce table. That was kind of a bizarre little segue.
Didn't he
there.
trip a few weeks ago, within the
yeah,
last
he
month
might be
on
stroking
SmackDown?
out.
He tripped and Atunga called him out
Run
later
into
on.
Lawler's aid.
I want to address something here on the board. Noah and follows it by Shipman follows it up. Says Morrow it was the worst I've ever heard him, and then Hitman says Morrow was off his hell tonight.
I noticed that. I kind of noticed that a little.
If you've been coming to work,
Tom's fault.
If you've been coming to work the last few weeks, and Tom fucking Phillips is in the 4th chair, but he's playing all the solos,
And he's acting like host.
Yeah, I'd be pretty fucking pissed too.
Tom took his job.
Okay.
He took your job.
He took our job.
Tom took his job.
Took our job. Hey, maybe this
Offset.
this is Trump America. White
Cash me
person's
outside.
taking a Mexican's job.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
Little
Here comes
reverse.
the wall, la 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 la.
I had another one of my great Moralo
Butterflies
moments where
can't
he just
migrate.
gets shut down by fucking Otunga.
What?
He said that somebody got dropped on the cage. He goes, a move like that could shatter a spine. And Otunga just pauses for a second. He goes, I think he did. And nothing. Just total
Crickets.
silence when he said that.
Wow.
Yeah, gold as always.
Your announced teams suck.
All right, so are we gonna discuss how we did?
All right, you want me to read it?
Yeah, I can read it so that if you want, or do you want to read it? I don't care.
I'll read it. All right, so let's see here.
Who's our big winner? Who's our big loser?
Last place, big losers. 3 and 5 was the score. Is going to be Adam and Bob. Adam and Bob coming in dead last.
A show host get nothing right.
There was no really.
But I went for Bray. I went for Miz instead of Bray.
Yeah, there was a lower mid and upper card in this so Adam, Bob went 3-5. Me, Brian, and Medine went 5 and 3. And then Steve Awesome and Kiera with a magical 7 and 1.
Wow.
There you go.
What was the one they got wrong?
They got the double count out wrong.
The double count. Everybody got the double count
wrong. So
yeah.
So,
congrats to you two.
So technically, they
Don't
were
call it a
undefeated if you don't count for stupid creative.
Man, shut the fuck up, Adam.
Right.
Don't be a sore loser.
You
Just-
are being a loser.
I said technically you guys were undefeated, and you call me a sore loser. I was about to.
He
prop
just
you
mad
up.
he got his 3-5.
No, that's how
all.
little you pay attention. You just want to chime in. I was totally propping you two up as the victors, and you go, "Don't
should.
hate."
But you
Like,
added
seriously,
that the
I'm
double,
in dead
the
fucking
double
last.
count out.
Yeah,
I'm in dead last. I did shit. Rob just read the score. Score don't lie. You're 7 and 1.
You're
I'm
propping them
3
up like,
and
yes,
5.
they won. Now eat them, Lions.
Yeah. Eat
But
'em.
that double count out thing, yeah.
Cheap pop count of the night, Stevie.
I only had 2.
Yeah, wasn't many. Bob, report from Smiley Nation.
He smiled at the end of the match, but he's discovered a new face where it was smile, and now it's just blank.
Oh,
there's nothing fucking going on.
I
That's
feel-
the other face he has now.
yeah, I've seen that look from Kiera a lot.
Yeah, shut up. I don't like. I feel bad for the cat. I do. Like
I'm disappointed.
It's either happy or down.
Look, we saw
One of
him.
the two.
We saw him live a couple times down in Florida at the NXT house shows, and met him. He's a wonderful guy, and he's obviously very talented, and he's obviously knows how to wrestle.
Hands down.
And whatever it is going on with him, I don't understand it. And I gotta say, I'm so disappointed because I thought
Do
Apollo
you really
Crews-
think it's on him though?
I don't know because I mean, look, he was pulling those punches 6 inches too soon. His kicks weren't dropping. There was no aggressiveness. To me, there are certain things that creative can stifle him on, and there's certain things that he stifles himself on. And I truly believed that Apollo Crews was going to be the first full black WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I thought he had that potential. I was rooting for him to get there. I thought he could do it. And after this match, I am telling you, I am no longer on his bandwagon.
You know what?
It also didn't help too that he couldn't get that pin until New Trunks Kalisto came in and gave him a breather.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
And
this
Dolph again is great in the ring. If Dolph can't sell your shit because you can't even make contact, that's on you, man. That's not on Dolph.
Look, go ahead.
Dolph is one of those guys that are going to have a match with a broom.
I see it like this. I think he's probably doing it intentionally because he's probably gotten word or he's probably gotten a message that there's no more opportunities for him.
No.
I really think he's getting squashed.
You would not.
Because let me finish. Let
You're
me
saying
finish.
He's intentionally
Let me
doing
finish.
that?
Let her finish.
What I'm saying is that I look at it. He hasn't gotten a lot of ring time. He was out for a while. He wasn't on SmackDown for weeks. And now it's probably getting to the point like, what the fuck am I doing here? If you're not going to like push me or give me the opportunity, why would I give my all then?
You know, he needs to go to Japan. He needs to go to Japan.
Well, he's
or
wrestling.
Ring of Honor or Lucha. He needs to go learn how to be.
Go to TNA and be.
He doesn't have to learn how to be anything.
No, he
the guy
does.
is great.
No, he needs to learn how to be a character.
I think
Brian,
he'd be great in
back
Japan
me up, man.
because
Like,
they probably don't know
Apollo
what
with
you're saying.
all.
He definitely
Well,
needs a
obviously,
character. I think that going to Japan, I don't think that you would develop a character.
He's done.
Going there.
You can't teach
With
charisma. Bobby
Okay.
Lashley was the exact same way in WWE. And I know y'all don't like the comparisons, but they're the same fucking guy. And you watch Bobby Lashley in TNA, and he still has no goddamn charisma.
It doesn't
You
matter how
can't
athletic
teach
he
it.
is. Yep. I that's where, Bob, I know you're comparing them partially because they look alike, but that's where they're dead fucking similar is their charisma. It does not matter how much athleticism you have.
They both had athleticism.
It is.
Yeah,
they both have the same skill set.
Dude, he's got
They
more
both have the
athleticism
same
than
ring
all of
ability.
us.
It's just it's painful.
Yeah, if you
how
want to
you can
take a
have
picture, he looks
everything
good.
but charisma.
Yeah, if there was just the old days of wrestling where most of it you could take a picture, then he would be perfect.
Yeah.
But now that there's video, it doesn't work.
Okay, if you guys talking about charisma alone, then all right, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
But I really think he's just unhappy to the point where he's like, I'm not being used.
That's true. And if he's doing, if he's not,
look at Punk. Punk's last year.
If he's not, okay, and I will look at Punk, but I also say this, if Apollo Crews, who is fairly new to the business, if he is not happy with his position in the wrestling industry right now, and he's pulling punches and being shitty in ring work because he's not happy, then he's unprofessional. And if he's unprofessional, he does not need to be in.
He needs to get out while he
needs to
can,
go somewhere like Lucha Underground where he can learn how to be a wrestler again and learn how to respect the industry, and then maybe give it a shot in 5 years when he's repackaged.
That is my exact argument against Naomi. Same thing.
Oh my God! Why you gonna bring it back to Naomi?
Because if she's not going to work on it,
fucking boomerang that back.
Yeah. Because if she's not going to work at it, then she doesn't deserve it any more than Apollo.
Let me, this real quick.
Wait,
from the board.
what did we miss, board? Before Rob reads it, what did we miss? Chime in now.
Okay,
go for it.
So this opened up. Hitman said, low key, the best feud of Marked Out is Kiera versus Adam. And then Hitman says, followed closely by Angry Rob versus The World. Best feud for Noah is Medine versus the microphone.
Nice.
He's just smiling over there.
That's so good.
Jordan says Apollo is an amazing talent. He's got the image, and we all know that Vince loves bigger guys. He could do it. However, I wouldn't trust him with an impromptu promo. His character is cardboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a guy that needs a handler.
Which is what I've said since day fucking one.
We're not arguing.
Bob, you know what?
We're all eating crow, giving you props.
I'm just saying, I had to eat some shit from y'all.
Unlike you, Bob.
When I said it.
Unlike you, Bob.
He's got a point. I will say that. I will admit, I was fighting it with Bob in the beginning because all I saw was the talent, and I wasn't looking at his charisma.
Yeah, but because we had seen Apollo in a different. We had seen him perform differently.
Right.
We had seen it with our own eyes, and it's not that.
Right.
It wasn't that I was.
But what you were being presented was exactly what you got tonight.
Okay, Rob.
This isn't brand new Apollo. This is the same Apollo that's been on the main roster.
Yes, and you know what? Sometimes it takes some people longer to get over to the correct side of the answer. Like you're still not over on Roman being a fucking waste of goddamn space. But I'm saying to you is, yes, it took me a while to see. I had to see this with Apollo. It's like somebody being disappointed in their children. I don't want to be disappointed in my children until I see him, slaughter a fucking high school, and then I'm like, oh, I fucked up. I guess he was kind of a shitty kid. I'm just saying that this fucking. I mean, bad comparison. Bad comparison.
Right. Yeah,
I want to edit that.
Yeah, you crossed the line a little bit with that one.
I'm just saying that it's Trump's America. We're numb now.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm just saying it took this match for me to go, you know what, Apollo, I'm done. I'm done with you.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just it's true.
Yeah, it's a sad day that he's out. It's a sadder day that that whole whatever last 5 minutes between the three of you was all of you agreeing, and yet you still couldn't really agree. I'm just saying, there really will never
about
be.
Apollo?
Yeah, like Rob admitted that he now sees the light, and Bob's saying he said it all along. But you guys still couldn't get along, even though you were finally in agreement. I just found that a little amusing to myself. Don't forget tomorrow night is Rawsome. Maybe Rob will actually host it for a change. Maybe it'll be an A-bomb invasion again.
Hey, I've had a good night. I've had a good night tonight. I've been able to get through the show pretty well.
Yeah, you sound good.
But I am in a lot of pain right now. So
y'all been making my man scream.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if tomorrow. I'll let you know, but I don't know if tomorrow I'll be 100%.
Hey, I can go 5 shows in 7 days. Why not? Smackdown on Tuesday.
I get some oxy tomorrow. I get oxy tomorrow.
Make it 6 days, 6 shows in 8 days.
You might have to do it. Yeah.
I'm the real fucking Iron Man. Sorry, Test. Where is Test? Is he even here?
Yeah, I saw him earlier, but I haven't heard from him pretty much. I think somebody pissed him off.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So, and if you go and listen to Brian and me kick it old school on Takedown, go back and listen to that one. But Rob should also hopefully be back with Brian this week.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll be good then, I think.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, check Podbean this past week, YouTube our upcoming week.
I meant YouTube on the past week.
No,
you
can go. Well, they can go to YouTube and they can just watch us talk without words coming out.
Brian's forgetting that you don't want to watch that. It's just me. Brian was on the phone. Nobody wants to watch that with no words. It was just me the whole time.
You're looking completely clueless.
Yeah, pointing at buttons, whatever. Yeah.
And me yelling at you in the background. Don't fucking play Glorious because then WWE's going to fucking copyright us. Well, I didn't know.
Hey, it was Bobby Roode's announcement. It was my first time on the board. I'm getting a lot of shit for it.
They said we didn't miss shit.
Right. Yeah. All right. Cool. So last call. Let's start with Medine. He should have been cut off hours ago.
Should have been cut.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna give my note here to what we're gonna do with AJ over the next 7 weeks. He's deserving of something good at WrestleMania. He took the pinfall last year to Jericho. He had a great year this year. I would just like to see him go out on a good note. He's had a good year so far.
Do you think there's that cross promotion one?
I mean, that would be
Like
great.
Finn or Joe or somebody?
I mean, sure, why not? But just something that's not, the whole Shane thing we've alluded to, because he being in the back of the promo poster for Rumble, and then just their interactions.
They did sow the
Talking
seeds of that
Smack.
before leading up to Survivor Series.
Right.
They sowed the seeds.
Right,
of that.
back then too. So I don't necessarily want to see that. I mean, there might be some good spots that will be like, oh yeah, Shane jumping across the ring, blah blah blah, 450.
It'll be a very predictable match, and normally AJs are not predictable, so that's why I don't want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that either. So let's go in a creative direction for somebody who deserves that.
Right.
It would be great to put the belt back on him, but that's not going to happen right now.
Last call, Kira.
All I have is one, I'm hungry, and also Naomi. Got to give her props tonight. She gets the gold, and also
only from you.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Like I can't get away from AJ. I had some expectations for him. I'm not disappointed. Just the fact that he could have done so many things in a match. I know this is going kind of left.
No, it's the last call. Take your time.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Am I missing something?
No, just go.
Okay, but anyway, yeah.
Gold for
I just I appreciate just his humbleness and allowing the other wrestlers to get their shine. He just has a way of making that magic happen in the ring, and I just give him a lot of props for that. He's a real professional. So that's pretty much all I have, and yeah. Wow.
All right. Steve, last call.
I'll keep mine short, but I just want to say a rest in peace to Chavo Guerrero Sr., who passed away on Saturday. So, thoughts for the family.
Yes. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, but he's probably somebody that deserves to be. Bob, last call.
And my heat was stolen by that one a little bit. But I just wanted to say that, as a kid watching wrestling in Memphis, whenever Hector and Chavo would come into Memphis, I always knew those matches were going to be great.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. And as a teaser, Tuesday, during my final thoughts, I will have a major announcement.
Oh, Bob, okay.
Ooh. You having a second child? Anyway, Brian.
That was my thought.
Yeah. Last call, Brian.
You're such a dick for even throwing it out there. If it is true.
I know. If it is true, just to piss him off.
Fucking asshole.
Last call, Brian.
I'm just curious.
He's probably so mad right now that he's not.
You say last call, Brian, and then you keep talking. You do that twice.
That's what he does. Don't talk 3 times.
Watch it.
Adam.
That's all right. We're getting tagged by the Zim right now. Our audio is going to Zim.
Oh,
no. I don't know that.
All right. So, Brian, perfect time for you to talk.
I'll keep it short. I just really hope that they don't do the whole AJ Shane McMahon angle. That is just a complete waste of AJ Styles on their biggest show. So I don't know. I know we're going to be there, so I hope that, maybe a Finn return could maybe kind of save it.
Yeah.
But, even still, it doesn't really give much hope for SmackDown. A Finn return would be good, but...
As the card shapes up, we get more and more excited for TakeOver.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sad. Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Rob, last call, you and the board.
Well, I hope they can hear me. Hopefully the Zim thing is still going on. On that note, we are going to be doing some major upgrades to our system here in the next week or two. Let's see. So the audio gets all screwy. It's clearly WWE Minion. Yeah. So
technological advances.
We're going to be doing a lot of big upgrades to our streaming and a lot of other things here for the next couple of weeks. So we should be getting rid of all these little problems we've been having through the last year. Hopefully get them all done. My last call is that I've had a rough fucking week, and it's good to be kind of at least partially back. I'm in pain right now from talking as much as I did, and I'm going to try to take it a little easy after the show. But I thought this was a horrible pay-per-view. I did. I thought it was top to bottom. It was horrible. I thought the chamber was lackluster. The results may have been okay. I may have been okay with the results in some cases, but I wasn't amazed. I just thought, it was horrible. I didn't like it at all. So last call on the board. Hitman says lackluster pay-per-view. Overall, it was just a longer SmackDown. Naomi winning the title brought the show down. The tag team clusterfuck didn't help either. Overall, it's shaping up to be a shitty WrestleMania. Yeah, okay. Perfect 11. I'd love to see a cross-brand match where the winning side gets to take a talent from the other brand.
Yes.
They've barely touched brand switches yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll be there.
AJ. Well, and that could possibly play in if both Brian and Mick leave.
Yeah.
They could start doing some trades with the new people.
Noah, last call. Why couldn't we get someone to pour water on Becky Lynch? Oh, God.
I knew he was going to comment about that.
Yeah, what?
You can. Last call for Brian or
took the bait.
Daniel Price. Last call. I hope Orton has the dignity to do the job for Wyatt at Mania to make up for Cena fucking him so badly. I agree. I hope Orton does the job too.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do. Dana Price says there is no Dana, only Zool. Hitman Rob, you the real MVP. Thank you, sir. Rough week. Jordan says, last call, what do we do with AJ? The guy has beaten the best on SmackDown, Cena, Ambrose, and The Miz. Yep. I'd love to see him traded to Raw for two good wrestlers, helping both brands. Then he follows with, or someone good like Rollins traded to SmackDown.
Yes.
Would be a great feud later this year. So
that's what I want.
That's what we got.
Yeah, someone's going to need to change your chairs. And they said Rollins, you got to.
Don't say it, Rollins and AJ. Come on, that's got to happen.
That chair is originally Rollins' title anyway, right?
All right. So is that it?
Yeah,
that's it. All right. My last call. I'm just going to go right off of there. I think that the new GMs after WrestleMania, they could play on storylines like, I didn't pick you, so I'm going to punish you, or I didn't pick you, so I'm going to trade you. I want this guy. I really want this guy, so I'm willing to give up two people for this guy. There could be a lot of that stuff. I hope there is some shakeup. I hope there is some consequence matches. I'd like to see, somebody, loser leaves the show, has to go to the other show match kind of thing or something, or winning representative of whatever gets a pick. I like that scenario that you guys suggested. I didn't really consider that. I just need to see something on this Mania card to get me excited. I had Triple H and Rollins booked, and I was actually pretty excited to that. I think this feud has been good, and I thought it'd be the ending. And now it's up in the air, and we don't really know because of Seth's injury. I hope that there's something to save it, because as soon as they announce Roman and Taker, I'm going to go down yet another notch on this excitement level. And we're going this year. Where me and Rob sat and watched on Wednesday night, we watched Takeover. We watched just NXT.
Yeah.
All the names. And we were all sitting there. The possibilities that we came up with for what Takeover Orlando is going to do, we were marking out, sitting there, talking about all these scenarios and things that can happen. When we talk about Mania, we're like, all these bad things that are going to happen. So I just think that there is a great divide in creative, and there's a great divide in how you can do things. And they're just not doing it right consistently enough for us to care. It made me think that TLC, which was the last SmackDown pay-per-view 2 months ago, was really good only because of the match stipulations. It made me think that because this roster couldn't do the same thing again and an Elimination Chamber, it's all about the gimmicks are the only thing that's putting them over. And that's not the land of opportunity. That's not what we were promised. And I do hope there is a shake-up GM something going on.
All about the gimmicks, No wrestling.
It's sports entertainment. I mean, wrestling it's supposed to be great and whatever, but the crowd chants this is awesome every time. They don't.
That was pretty shitty.
Yeah,
they need a new chant.
Yeah, well, they sat through like 2.5 hours of shit, so they thought that was awesome. In any event, we're going to continue to criticize them heavily, grade them on the curve when we need to, and overlook whatever they've done recently and say that other people are doing well or not. It doesn't matter. The thing is creative, you're not giving us too much to talk about in a positive way lately. Ever since we got all excited, you have not delivered on our expectations. You've delivered on predictability. Mark us out. We're begging. That's our name of our show. We want to get marked out again. We were marking out solely at Rumble simply because I might get a tattoo. That was it.
Yeah.
We can't sell your drama for you. You got to sell it to us. So if that's all we got, nothing more comes from anybody else?
No.
All right.
You already ruined Bob's surprise, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he hasn't spoken since, so I think he's pissed at
Probably
me.
pissed at you.
All right. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll get you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.